You know, it's amazing how my goofy podcast has better theme music than the A Show, if you even want to call it that. The A Show of All Elite Wrestling. Cincinnati, Ohio. Wrestling fans around the world, you might have been given some of the worst 2 hours that you'll probably watch all year. Kenny Omega versus Brian Cage. Nobody cares. A Grand Slam show in Australia that AEW has failed to mention. A women's gauntlet match that started and ended, and if you blinked, you missed it. Oh, and we got Megan Bayne. Private Party. Tag team champions, man. Who would have thought? Who would have thought they would have been buried after winning the championships? What a shocker. And Powerhouse Hobbs. Literally nobody with a wrestling brain thought he was going to win the championship. But gee, I mean, Tony wants to book a 12-man tag. Where were his friends in this 6-man tag? Is what I want to know. Or a 12-man tag. Whatever man tag. Somebody should tag fucking Tony Khan and Will Washington out of the fucking company. I need an old-fashioned. We're drinking in the venue. And I want to know on this Wednesday night, what the fuck are you guys drinking? I'll see you over there.
Why has Triple H been so successful? Why is Triple H running WWE better than Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard on Monday and Friday night? Long-term booking.
What is going on, guys? Thank you so very much for joining me right here on Off the Script. This is your AEW Dynamite post show for January 15th, 2025. I am your host, JD from New York, as always, coming to you live from the OTS venue inside my mother's basement Thank you guys so very much for joining me on your Wednesday evenings, wherever you may be. Joined, as always, by my very good friend and co-host on Wednesday night, Mr. Collision Corner himself, the Chi-Town Smart, who I will be seeing tomorrow, I think, or Friday, one of the days, maybe both days if he's lucky. The Chi-Town Smart Jesse, man. What's going on? Yeah, I know. Let me buy you an old-fashioned. I'll show you how fucking, how we do it in New York, you know? Yeah. That last time was a big fucking, like a dynamite, man. Big fail. Oh, wait a minute. Jesse's got no sound. Oh, my goodness. What happened? Sorry. There you go. There he is. I don't know what happened.
Me either.
There he is. My fault. It's OBS's fault.
I see.
Fucking update, man. Jesus. And my computer up. I'm sorry. There you go, guys. Jesse's got no sound, man. There he is.
Well, how did you know what I said about the pizza then?
I hear you.
You hear me, but they didn't.
Yeah, they didn't, yeah.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
see.
Sorry. My goofy podcast made a blunder, man. I'm sorry.
No worries, bro. No worries.
Yeah.
I just told him that I would bring him some of my favorite pizza from one of my favorite spots this time. So,
There you go.
but yeah, I'm thinking we should probably get rid of Collision Corner, man. I don't think anybody's feeling it, man.
Who? What?
I don't think anybody likes it, bro.
The Collision Corner?
Yeah, man. Nobody really cares.
Wait till I find out that I actually watch Collision on Saturday.
Oh my God. You don't watch Collision.
JD doesn't watch Collision, man.
Oh my God, JD! He's missing the greatest wrestling show of all time!
Oh man.
Fuck out of here.
How could you?
Yeah.
Why would you watch Collision? Jeez.
90 seconds!
Jeez.
Anyway, man. Anyway, we got Dynamite tonight in Cincinnati, Ohio. Cold like this fucking product. Ice cold in Cincinnati, Ohio. Man, oh man. You know, WrestleTix does a great job of updating the ticket sales, man. We had AEW tonight in a 4,500-seater. They barely sold 1,500 seats, man. Now, I understand the product is cold and they are moving to smaller venues, which I thought tonight, the aesthetics of it looked really nice. I thought it came off well on TV, but man, this crowd was fucking... You couldn't pay this crowd to be energized tonight, man. This show tonight was... You know, I don't want to sit here and just kind of embellish, but you and I say it every week, man. This show is boring. This show is ice cold. This is the apps, and I don't really understand how nobody there sees it. Then they'll never admit it. This is the absolute worst the product has ever been in 5.5 years. This shit sucks. I'm sorry.
How do you have a dead crowd in a city where the world champion is at home?
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know.
It's
like Cody Rhodes going to Atlanta, man, and nobody gives a fuck, you know?
And nobody gives a fuck. Oh, man. Oh,
it's like Punk in Chicago, man. Nobody knows. Fucking silence in the crowd.
Remember when Punk was WWE champion and they would go to Chicago? It would be a whole Chicago theme. The city was all about it. The whole thing was about Chicago. But when the world champion is at home, that should be the focal point of the whole show.
Man, we got double the amount of people in this live stream chat than they did in Cincinnati, Ohio tonight, man. Holy shit.
Oh my God.
What happened?
And they kept showing the upper balcony area that was like literally like less than half full.
Yeah. I don't know what that was about, but this show tonight did not do it. I mean, there's just criticism up and down this card. And Tony didn't really get the week started with his fucking goofy fucking tweet where he promoted a 12-man tag that literally even the sickos were embarrassed by. I mean, this shit hit 2 million plus views on social media. That's how bad it was. For a match announcement for Collision. Now, in Tony's fucking demented mind, oh, man, that's good publicity for my company. Yeah, sure thing. You go up and down the comment section in that tweet, even the most fucking notorious Glazers were saying pivot, pivot, pivot with this 12-man tag. How the fuck do you have the Death Riders, which at this point is the death of AEW if this continues on, and the Learning Tree teaming up when the Learning Tree is basically everything that Jon Moxley has been so-called fighting for?
Yeah.
Or fighting against.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Where do we want to start, man? I'm sure we'll get into that. What is the biggest takeaway? Where do you want to start with this fucking clown show tonight?
You know, I've been thinking about that for the last half hour, and it's an interesting question. You know, I think I'm going to start with MJF and Jeff Jarrett, man.
Big fans of MJF over here.
Big fans of MJF. So I feel comfortable in criticizing a segment of MJF because I don't think anyone here or MJF himself does not know how much we adore and praise his work.
Yeah.
All right. This was the absolute for me. And I'm glad we have not talked about this segment, at all, between the two of us. But this was the absolute most forced and uninteresting segment I've ever seen from MJF.
Yeah.
I mean, he has the kind of gimmick and the heel shtick that normally works in any situation and anywhere. But it was never more clear. It was never more clear how they were shoehorning his heel gimmick into this imaginary feud that they think that someone cares about. And then they started dipping into Owen, and out of all of the most just disrespectful and just intentionally obnoxious things that MJF has ever said, this is the first time that it just that didn't hit. That was a big miss for me. It was a big miss. I don't care if Martha approved it. It was just a big miss for me. It didn't hit at all. And it felt like that if they were going to use something like this, it was wasted on a feud with Jeff Jarrett. And I didn't enjoy it at all.
No, I did not enjoy it at all, and that pains me to say because Max is a very, very good storyteller. He's one of the best storytellers in the company.
Yes.
I want to be a little controversial here with what I'm about to say, and whether anybody agrees with me or not, I mean, I don't really give a shit. It's my show. I could say what I want. I dissect and I visualize and I see what I see on television. I don't know how much MJF has to do with this storyline, if it's his idea completely, if this idea was shilled to him and he's just doing what he needs to do as a model employee. How much of this is coming from him? How much of this is coming from Jarrett? Is this a collective effort? Is this something from the higher-ups that they want because it's Jeff Jarrett? I don't know. I'm not here to speculate. Obviously, we would assume that Max has some sort of creative control and some sort of direction in which he thinks his character should go. I mean, that's not really a secret. He may have that here. Regardless of all that, they're clearly setting Jeff Jarrett up for a world championship match. We don't know where, we don't know when. It's certainly happening, which is the most scariest thing of all, because in 2025, we have Jeff Jarrett and MJF teasing a match and a feud for the last 2 weeks, teasing a match. And from what we gather and from what we see, Jeff Jarrett is looking like he's going to be going over MJF in 2025. Would you say that's correct, Jesse, from what we're watching?
I would hope that is not.
I know, but from what we are watching.
I just think it's scary enough that we already got to admit the fact that the match is going to happen. I was trying to convince myself with when that match happened, it was definitely going to be an MJF victory.
I don't know. From what we see so far, it looks like they're setting Jeff Jarrett up for a world championship match. To get there, he would have to beat a former champion in MJF. So that's just one thing that I see that they're doing. It could go another way. So be it. I hope it does, because in no way, shape, or form should any creative team be booking Jeff Jarrett to go over MJF. That's number one. Number two, if that is the case, which I feel it is. I feel like Max is just doing it just to say, you know what? I've done all that I can here. There's really no place for me to go, even if I do win the world championship. I mean, honestly, I want all of you watching me. If he gets a win to this, if somebody there is watching on behalf of somebody else or whatever the case may be, I want you guys to understand that MJF has had probably the best world championship reign out of everybody in 5 years. So I want you to ask yourselves, what else is there for the man to do in the company when he's already, at this age, in 5 years, done everything the company has to offer? I'm just throwing that out there. I don't want to speculate. I don't want to insinuate, but I love the fact that everybody is so invested in what we say here. And I'm going to throw it out there just for the sake of discussion. Max has nothing left to prove in this company. And I don't want to speak for him, but that's just from what I see. Max does not have anything else to do in this company that would benefit him. He's got the world championship. Winning any other championship would mean jack to MJF. It's not going to happen. TNT title, international title, fucking continental title, winning the Continental Classic. Nobody gives a fuck about those things. Absolutely irrelevant, useless. He's done everything that this company has to offer, and he's just sitting here saying, you know what? I'm going to go and put Jeff Jarrett over in his final year. I don't give a shit what anybody says. I don't give a shit what the fans have to say. I don't give a shit what podcasters have to say. I'm going to do this for Jeff Jarrett because I got nothing else to do. I got nowhere else to go. I'm riding this fucking wave out, and I'm going to do what they asked me to do because at the end of all this, I'm saying goodbye. You know how depressing it is? You know how embarrassing it is as a fan to watch MJF come out in front of 1,500 fucking people knowing that this guy is a legit world championship caliber professional wrestler in many people's top 10s across the globe? You know how embarrassing it is to see this guy come out on this show? I don't want to put words in his fucking mouth, but this shit sucks. So I would not be surprised that Jeff Jarrett goes over MJF. But the thing is, we had to sit through this segment, Jesse, like you said, forced. The one thing I'm going to hang on here from what you said is forced. We get MJF's character. That was vintage MJF out there, going below the belt, talking about people's personal lives, talking about people's wives, fucking talking about having sex with somebody's wives. Sure, that's fine. That's MJF. That's what he does. He shits on the crowd. He yells. I love it. It's great. Has it got tired? Sure. But AEW creative is uncreative, and they don't know where else to go with MJF to make him feel different in this second go-around now that he's back on television. So I partially blame them because there's no fucking direction. So what else is he left to do? He's left to do what he's basically made his name on, and that's what you saw tonight. As far as Jeff Jarrett is concerned, the one thing that fucking befuddled me was that Jeff Jarrett was claiming that he was MJF before MJF was even in the business. That is absolutely factually incorrect. Jeff Jarrett in no way, shape, or form gave off any MJF vibes when he was in the prime of his career at all. So everything that he said, he went below the belt. He talked about his mother being a fucking whore, like a $3 whore on Pacific Avenue in Atlantic City. There's no fucking way that Jeff Jarrett's going to be saying those things, and you're going to buy into what Jeff Jarrett is saying. That's why Jesse said it was forced. You don't buy into what Jeff Jarrett was selling here, so how am I supposed to buy into him going fucking stick for stick with MJF on the microphone? I don't get it. No. That's what you want me to buy into? No. That was fucking awful. And that was way, way too long for a promo segment between MJF and Jeff Jarrett in 2025. I felt like it was a never-ending fucking segment. Where did it go?
It went on forever. It really did. And look, I understand what they're trying to do. All right, I get it. They are trying to push this Jeff Jarrett narrative, and they want to use MJF to help get him over into the sense of being a believable contending world champion. But the problem is no one's buying it. Absolutely no one is buying it. So the more you try to shove it down our throats, the more it's going to fail. This is you cannot shove this Jeff Jarrett peg into this round hole. It is not going to fit. Your fan base is not sitting here clamoring for Jeff Jarrett world title run over all of their favorite wrestlers, whoever their favorite wrestlers are. It could be Darby, it could be Kenny, it could be MJF, it could be Cole, whoever their favorite. No one is sitting around saying, yes, let's see Jeff Jarrett get it. It's just not there. So they are trying too hard to push this narrative. If they've learned nothing from 2017, 2018 Roman Reigns, you cannot shove a babyface down the fan's throat. It will fail miserably. It won't work. And this makes no sense whatsoever. MJF was main eventing a venue in London that had 60, 70,000 people in it, and now you have this guy trying to get Jeff Jarrett over. What are we doing here? You just spun MJF into this Adam Cole feud, spun him back out. No one understood it. No one liked it. So now you're going to put him in this Jeff Jarrett thing. No one gets this. He is the one diamond that AEW have. He is the one ace in their back pocket where they can use him wherever they want to and make that segment better. And they're using it on the one thing that they have found that is not going to get better with MJF, and that's Jeff Jarrett trying to be world champion. It's a bad idea. It's not going to work.
This company had labeled itself The Alternative. Do you want to know what I saw on this show? I saw the Hurt Business, or the Hurt Syndicate, bury Private Party for second week in a row. And all of the Hurt Business, Hurt Syndicate, MVP, 50 years old. Bobby Lashley, 50 years old. Shelton Benjamin, 50 years old. No matter how cool and how great that Benjamin and Bobby Lashley have been in AEW, 50 years old, over the tag team that you put over the Young Bucks and promised change in the tag team division with. Still waiting on that. Then you got Jeff Jarrett, who's 50 fucking years old, 56 years old, 57 years old, in the ring, starting a feud in what is his final year in professional wrestling as an in-ring performer, in the World Championship title picture with probably one of the biggest stars in the business at this point in time in MJF. The alternative is exactly what, Tony? The alternative means doing something different. The alternative means standing on your own and being your own company, doing your own unique things. Jeff Jarrett is being sold to us by AEW because all of a sudden John Cena came out and decided to retire this year, and WWE is going to go full steam ahead with John Cena, and AEW figures, well, if they're doing John Cena, we could do Jeff Jarrett. No, the fuck you can't. Oh, John Cena's chasing number 17 going into WrestleMania. We'll have Jeff Jarrett chase his final world championship, number 14, going into All In Texas. No, the fuck you can't. It doesn't work that way. Jeff Jarrett is never, ever, ever going to be labeled in the same sentence as John Cena. So what exactly are you trying to do? Have you really lost the fucking plot? Have you really lost all sense of creativity? I know exactly who is on that creative team for AEW, and so many great minds, veterans, exist in that locker room. I find it so fucking hard to believe that this is the very best you can come up with for television in 2025. I don't understand it. Where are we going? Is it going to Darby or is it going to Jeff Jarrett? Looks like it's going to Jeff Jarrett. Where's the Death Riders going? Is Jeff Jarrett the end-all be-all for the Death Riders, or is Darby Allin the end-all be-all for the Death Riders? Which one is it? You took Darby off the television so he can go fucking kill himself, and now you're going to Jeff Jarrett. You can't win with this fucking company. They take one guy and take him off TV for 4 months, and then they go to a 57-year-old guy that nobody wants to see on television. How is this the alternative? How is this giving back to the fans? Seems like Tony is more in his feelings to try and do what WWE is doing. If you want to do what WWE is doing, why don't you tell some fucking stories? This is not it. Why don't you go youth? This ain't it. Holy fucking shit. Adam Copeland, Hurt Syndicate, Jeff Jarrett, FTR. I mean, holy fucking shit. Are we adding to the fucking age pool? Someone find the Fountain of Youth real quick, man. And you want to know why people have stopped watching, man? What happened? AEW, they uploaded a fucking clip from 2019. You know who I saw in the clip, Jesse? I saw the, who was it? What's his fucking name that's been off TV forever? With Christopher Daniels. He was Christopher Daniels today. I forgot it. Scorpio Sky. Scorpio Sky in the fucking clip. You know what I wrote on the fucking thread? Oh, look, fans. Everybody was invested into what they were doing.
Where's Scorpio Sky?
Where is the youth? Where is the story? Why is MJF in the middle of this fucking dead-end feud when he's probably the best fucking thing you got on your television show? And why is he constantly given material where he just sounds the same after every single feud he's got? He sounds the same. Where is building? Where is him elevating himself? He cannot elevate himself in this fucking place anymore. And I know he understands that. So he's riding this shit out and he's counting down his days because this is it. If you're an MJF fan, this is the last you will see of MJF in AEW. This is his last year. He doesn't deserve it. They don't deserve him. And fucking Christ, man, his talents deserve a bigger stage because Jeff Jarrett is not it. I'm sorry.
No, I am 1,000% confident that MJF is well aware that this product is failing right now miserably. All right. And if the chatter is correct from what I'm hearing, the guy in charge does not like hearing advice from anyone else. So why should he care? MJF is one of the few people with a golden parachute when this company goes under or when his contract is up. He can literally go wherever he want, call his own shot, call his own spot. He can do what he want, where he want, and everybody's going to take him and shoot him straight to the main event. So he can just sit here and be a good little boy, do what he's told by management so he can come off as a team player and get even more money. I mean, the guy is safe. So if to him at this point, like, fuck it, what do I care? It's your money. You pay me, I go out there and do whatever the fuck you want. All right? I'm telling you the shit's not working. You don't want to listen to people. It's cool. I'll go out there and do a program with Jeff Jarrett. Let's go. Here he is.
Exactly what he's doing. He's just doing what Tony wants him to do. He's making his money. He's building his resume in Hollywood. Comes back and does the bare minimum. I'm sure it's going to be a fun match. Jarrett's not a fucking terrible wrestler. MJF is fucking great at what he does. I'm sure it's going to be an entertaining match, and MJF's going to do whatever he's got to do. But who asked for this?
That's the point. Tony is building to a match that will be good when the fans would like a story that is good that's going to build to a good match. I don't think he understands that. I don't think he understands that 2025 is not the time to have Jeff Jarrett in your main event scene as a world champion.
No, and Jeff Jarrett should not. And Jeff Jarrett should not be in a feud where he's going tit for tat with MJF, calling MJF's mom a fucking whore. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
How is that? How am I supposed to emotionally invest in that type of dialogue? And then MJF is going back about Karen Jarrett, which is completely MJF's character because he's done that before with everybody else before that he's feuded with. But Jarrett going tit for tat and claiming that MJF's mom is a fucking slut. Give me a break, bro. I mean, who comes up with this shit?
We love MJF's mom. She fights with him on social media. It's great. I'm like, who's he trying to dig at here?
That's gonna make me want to see Jeff Jarrett win the world championship. Him attacking MJF's mother. Is that the way you're going?
I tweeted at MJF's mom tonight too. Like, you gonna take this shit?
I don't get it.
What are you doing here?
I don't get it.
It's not entertaining, man. And to anyone new watching or anyone that might be in that locker room watching, I am normally the one that will, try to make some kind of sense out of something that we're being fed on TV. And I'm lost for the last couple of weeks. I don't have anything left, man. This guy went from knowing his fan base and knowing what they want to whatever the hell this is where we are right now, because he is not listening to us at all. When I say us, I mean his core fan base. He's not listening to us anymore because pretty much everybody is wondering whether or not we're in agreement on one exact item every last single time. The universal fan base are all saying, what is going on with AEW creative? Something is fucking off. To some level, some people are saying, it's kind of off. Then there's guys like us saying, it's fucking terrible. Nonetheless, everyone is asking questions about what is going on in creative. Now, I know he is hearing us. I know it. So the fact that nothing is changing leads me to believe that he just doesn't give a shit. He's more worried about WWE. He's too focused on what WWE is doing.
Absolutely. I mean, look at what happened this week. Look at the tweet he put out. He made a 12-man tag between the Death Riders and the Learning Tree teaming up against Copeland, FTR, the Outrunners, and Powerhouse Hobbs. How many people, even their own fan base, shit on Tony Khan during that match announcement on Twitter? And what has he done since then? He's not changed it. He even doubled down on it tonight in the main event, because he pushed the main event for Saturday's Collision after 2 million fucking views on Twitter. You'd think he'd change it, and he did not. And I said it when I did the video earlier this week. He's going to double down on it, which he did tonight, and he's going to produce a match to make sure that he shows everybody that he knows it all, he's right, and the fans don't know shit. And I'm sure Jericho was in his ear, and I'm sure Copeland was in his ear, and Tony is a fucking spineless hack who can't say no to any of these guys. Motherfucker, you are the boss. We know better than Jericho and Copeland does when it comes to what the fuck you're doing. They're leading you in the wrong direction. The fan base, your OG fan base, is begging you to fucking change, and you're not listening to them. You're driving the company into the fucking ground. And every single week that goes by, it's getting worse and worse and worse. And the funny thing is, these people, Jesse, I've seen people say, you know, JD and Jesse, they all of a sudden now are critical. It's always been this bad. Motherfucker, it has never been this bad. In fact, AEW was actually producing very good television for a long time. 2 years, 3 years is a long fucking time to start producing good television. After Punk and Cody left, it went downhill. Jesse and I have been the most honest out of everybody. They were doing good, and now they're not. It's not like we just fucking switched up on them because it's the cool thing to do. This shit sucks. Every bit of this shit sucks. And I can't take it anymore. I can't. I genuinely believe that he needs to go. Will Washington needs to go. Half the fucking team needs to go. What else can I do? We got 3,500 fucking people in here. You don't think that this is a good base to gauge on whether you're doing something right or something wrong? I'm doing my part. Jesse's doing his part. What do we got to do?
We tried, man. We've been. I've sat here and taken many a bullet, trying to tell people to let it play out, be patient. Let's see what this comes to. All of those days are gone. No, not one. Not in the longest of times. If you heard me say, let it play out, because too many times I've let it play out, and every last single time it comes out stupid. So now I'm done waiting for things to play out. Everything is playing out in the worst possible way. Point in case, you're pointing Jeff Jarrett towards the world title. The world title we have not seen in months, by the way.
Yeah.
So I don't understand. I don't feel like most of you guys here watching us probably consume a few hours of wrestling a week, which is normal. The diehards probably consume, dozens. Me and this guy next to me fucking commit way too many hours to pro wrestling, watching it on the internet, talking about it on social media all day and fucking night. We've seen enough to know that something is terribly wrong with this company and no one's doing anything about it. And I don't know how much longer they expect people to stick around and just tolerate this shit. Clearly everyone's leaving. No one's coming to shows anymore. No one's buying pay-per-views the same way anymore. No one's turning the TV on. What more does this guy need to happen?
Your world champion is from Cincinnati, Ohio. If this storyline was so great, like Tony Khan thinks it is, and everybody in that fucking locker room writing this shit thinks it's as great as it is, 1,500 people in Cincinnati, Ohio, with the hometown guy as your world champion, you're not fucking embarrassed? I mean, this place sits 4,500 people. I mean, you should have sold this shit out to 3,000 plus with the stage setup. What the hell happened? It's so great. Why didn't people want to come out? Oh, it's the weather. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's travel conditions. Oh, this, oh, that. Tired of the excuses.
No.
Tired of the excuses, man. There are no more excuses. You're all out of excuses. And I said this from the fucking day that this contract was signed with Warner Brothers Discovery. He signed it. He got his money. He thinks he's a success. He thinks he took AEW to the next level. And now he's resting and coasting. And he's just going to be lazy and do whatever he wants for the next 3 or 4 years. I pray on every wrestling god that is looking down upon us that I hope one day he wakes up and Warner Brothers Discovery pushes his shit in and says, Tony, we need change. And if we don't get the change that we want, you're out. Otherwise, we're canceling this fucking show. I am at a point right now where I genuinely hope that AEW is on the brink of cancellation because nothing else will get through to them. Nothing else will get through to Tony Khan. I don't need this fucking show to be successful. I don't need AEW to be a content creator. We want AEW to be successful so that we have something to come on here and express. I am at my best when Monday night and Friday night are great shows and we get a big, huge PLE that everybody's excited about. And I got 7,000 people in here. I got 3,700 people in here to fucking hear me shit on an obviously bad wrestling show. Everybody knows it's bad. And everybody's here to voice the same frustration. And when it's good, everybody's here to share in the excitement. They're not here because, oh my God, it's cool. I hate JD, but I got to see him shit on AEW, man. I'm here to watch JD fucking rant and rave and have a heart attack live on stream. Now, everybody's here because they hate the fucking product. They hate the fucking product.
They'll be here regardless. They'll be here if the show is great. They're here when it's bad. When it's great, we'll come here and tell them how great it was. They'll agree, or maybe they'll disagree, but nonetheless, we're going to sit here and be honest either way, and they'll be here. It's not like they only come when the show is bad. So put on a great show. Our numbers are great. We're happy. We're enjoying the wrestling that we're getting. Your numbers are better. Everyone wins. I don't understand how this is a win for Tony Khan. I don't understand how he has not seen that there is a tangible, there is clear-cut evidence that something is not right and creative, and he refuses to acknowledge it.
Bearded Beast says Vince should buy AEW. You're bringing me to a point where I absolutely would love to see that happen. That's how much I want this shit to change.
It'd be interesting, I tell you what.
I would be all over that. Vince uncut with no fucking stockholders to answer to? Oh, give me that more so than Tony Khan. I'll tell you that right now.
That's attitude era stuff right there, man.
Holy shit. I don't give a fuck if he's 80, 90, 100 years old. If they got to fucking wheel him in a fucking casket. I don't give a shit. It's better than what Tony Khan's producing right now.
My God, you realize that, bro? We are sitting here wishing for Vince over Tony Khan. That's man, bruh.
This is basically Vince reincarnated, bro. I mean, coasting with a new TV deal, not producing the television that is required with the fucking price that Warner Brothers Discovery is paying this fucking hack. He's got a fucking talented roster out the asshole. He's not doing anything to create new stars. His biggest star and his biggest storyline's fucking climbing out Mount Everest. We don't even know if he's going to come back alive. He may come back in a fucking body bag for all we fucking know. 57-year-old Jeff Jarrett is potentially challenging for the world championship. Kenny Omega's back wrestling, which is great because everybody loves Kenny wrestling. But holy shit, that's the way you present Kenny Omega?
He does not give two flying fucks, man. I can look at a wrestler and tell you if they are enjoying their environment right now.
You thought Malachi was depressed. You thought Malachi was depressed, bro. This guy's got, bro, I have gone through the motions of being depressed, and I know when I'm fucking sad, depressed, and happy, man. Kenny is genuinely operating under sadness. If you don't like that, if you think I'm wrong, man, that's up to you. That man looks fucking defeated, bro. He looks like you don't even want to be there.
Go watch his match in New Japan. And just go look at him, and go look at him from where we seen him on the AEW television the last couple of weeks.
Yeah,
not the same guy.
No,
his friends aren't fucking here.
Nope.
He does not look like he's happy at all. And why are the Bucks not here right now?
I don't know.
They
I don't know.
cannot still be out the selling this storyline. Why are the Bucks not here right now?
Because they don't care. They got paid by the guy that they asked to invest in their company, and again, they're coasting. They don't give a shit. They know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that Tony Khan has taken their fucking idea and has buried it in the ground. That's it. That's it. And Kenny feels the same way. And all they're doing is just operating based on the fucking paycheck that they get weekly. They don't give a fuck.
No.
Tony doesn't give a shit. Tony's doing what he wants. I mean, look at Adam Page. How the fuck did we get where we are with Adam Page? Jeff Jarrett last year and Christopher Daniels this year. What the fuck is going on there, bro? What is going on there? All of this could have been avoided if you gave him the world title. This is where we are in 2025. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's...
I don't understand it. I don't understand it. But I do understand this. We got a $100 super chat. Billy Bomb. AEW needs fucking help. Love you, JD and Jesse. I did hear about Scott D'Amore. He was backstage at Dynamite. Please, God, let him get a contract to help creative. AEW needs a heartbeat. Hey, JD, what happened to our AEW? Is this a report that he was backstage at Dynamite?
I saw it in the chat, but I'm trying to confirm.
Give
me a few minutes.
Yeah, let's see if we got, let's see if Feifel has anything on here. No, the last thing that they have is Megan Bain showing up and being backstage tonight as she debuted in the women's gauntlet match. I didn't hear anything about Scott D'Amore. Who's reporting Scott D'Amore, chat?
I'm looking into it.
All right, let us know. Yeah, so that's where we are with Jeff Jarrett and MJF. It's just awful, and I don't know how anybody is interested in what they're doing right now. If you are definitely in the minority. They have a show coming up in Australia. You think AEW would have banners and fucking screens and a logo? Put the fucking goddamn thing, the date on the big screen in the aisleway. I see shit for Revolution. I see shit for All In, which is happening in July. What, you don't got pay-per-view buys to sell for this fucking show that you're not promoting it? What happened? I don't understand it. People are like, oh, it's in Australia. They can't sell tickets in Cincinnati to a show in Australia. But the show's going to be on fucking pay-per-view. You fucking dim-witted hack. Well, where's the fucking promotion?
Plus, people in Australia are watching the show.
I don't understand it. How does this shit slip through quality control? I don't understand it. What else happened tonight? Where else you want to go? You want to talk about Will Hobbs? Powerhouse Hobbs and John Moxley for the AEW World Championship. You don't want to talk about that, huh? I think we should talk about it.
I mean, for what? What was the point of all of that nonsense tonight, man?
He won the gauntlet match. He won the gauntlet match last week. He's the number one contender for the AEW World Championship. That same championship that's been hidden away in a fucking briefcase since Wrestle Dream. What happened? How did they treat Will Hobbs tonight, Jesse? Does he look better coming out of this than he did coming in?
Oh, he looks like a rising star right now, bro.
A rising star that got his ass beat 5-on-1. Where are his friends? Where are his 5 other friends that he's promoted to be teaming up with on Saturday night? Oh, yeah, that's right. They let him fucking lose the match.
Well, they came out after their music hit and everything, though.
Yeah, they got the big entrance, and they came running out, and then the show quickly went off the air. Where the fuck were they during the match?
Yep.
Nobody's going to be asking that question. You got Willie Useless out there. You got fucking Pac out there. You got Claudio. You got Marina out there. Where is Hobbs' backup?
But they're trying to build him up as a monster who can take on all the Death Riders.
Oh, yeah? You know what I look at? You know what I saw? A loser. A loser. A man who lost his opportunity at the World Championship. Great job there, Tony.
All right, here's your source. PW Insider. Let's see. PW Insider, Maple Leaf Wrestling head Scott D'Amore and top independent wrestling star Megan Bayne are both backstage at AEW Dynamite. PWInsider.com has confirmed. That's it.
That's it. What is he there for?
Was Megan Bayne in Maple Leaf?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say maybe he was accompanying her.
Why would he? No, I don't believe she was. No.
Then I don't know. Maybe he has some business.
Maybe Tony got wind that Scott D'Amore visited the Performance Center just a couple of months ago, and he's like, "Oh yeah, let's invite him to Cincinnati." You know what the fuck you should be doing is giving that man creative control over the entire fucking show. That's what you should be doing.
Yeah.
Guarantee you in 6 months you see a massive turnaround.
Yes.
Tony should be the one signing the checks, and that is it. Get off social media. Have Scott D'Amore fucking be your social media hype man. Get the fuck away from that goddamn seat, bro. Seriously.
Yep.
I don't know what we're doing. Will Hobbs was a loser tonight. The Death Riders continue to kill AEW. That song hits, and it's legitimate fucking death. It's like the Grim Reaper is fucking casting a shadow over every AEW crowd when that music hits. It is fucking awful. There's no direction. There's no story. John Moxley's quote yesterday with Yahoo Sports was fucking absolutely insanely ridiculous in regards to this goddamn story. It's gone nowhere. The one guy that we all think is going to take the world championship is fucking basically teasing death climbing Mount Everest. And the other guy that wants the world championship is 57 years old that nobody wants to see on television. Jada, Adam Page, Jay White. Right, Adam Cole, MJF, Will Ospreay. Yeah, let's go with Jeff Jarrett. I don't get it.
All of those guys, man.
Would it have been so hard to give Will Hobbs the world championship in a shocking moment? So, actual human beings would be talking about this show tomorrow morning when they wake up instead of fucking dozing off middle through this show. Would it have been so difficult to give them the world championship?
I'm not gonna lie. I'll be honest. I can definitely foresee myself sitting here with Hobbs as champion, asking myself, "That's great, but none of this makes any fucking sense."
No, it didn't make any sense coming into tonight. But the thing is, this company has forgotten how to take risks. This company has forgotten how to be cool. This company has forgotten where its fucking laurels are. I don't know what happened. I don't. We do know what happened. But how did we get so deep into the fucking grave with all that's happened? Will Hobbs, Tony should have said to John Moxley, because John Moxley supposedly is booking this fucking thing with RJ City and whoever else. This needs to end. Tony Khan needs to look at the numbers. He needs to look at the fucking social media. I mean, this guy's got like 12 burners. I know he sees what's going on. I know he's watching this shit. I know he's listening to Bischoff and Cornette. They're all saying the same fucking thing. End this God-forsaken garbage and do something to change your company for the better. I don't give a shit who the fucking challenger was tonight. Whoever it was should have beat John Moxley and ended this fucking storyline. You're going to wait till what, July? It's January 15th. February, March, April, May, June. You're going to wait 6 months to finish this storyline? Bro, there won't be an AEW to see finish anything. They'll be dead. How? How are you even contemplating waiting till July to finish this storyline?
Wow.
Hobbs should have won it, could have won it. It's a possibility that things might have gotten some excitement going. Now you're looking at Copeland. Is Copeland going to win the world championship? Yes, that's exactly what we need. Another ex-WWE guy over the age of 50 holding the fucking AEW world championship. That was everything you were against. None of these guys make a difference. Moxley doesn't make a difference. Edge doesn't make a difference because I refuse to call him Cope. Kenny Omega doesn't make a difference. How the fuck can he make a difference if he can't even sell out 1,500 seats in Cincinnati, Ohio for your A show? He makes a difference, huh? MJF, Will Ospreay, Mercedes can't even be bothered to come to the fucking show tonight.
Oh, but she's on all the talk show circuits and everything.
Oh, yeah, she's making the rounds on the Sherry fucking Rivera, whatever fucking show she was on. Never fucking heard of it before. Great. I don't know how we got here. I really, really, really don't get it.
It sucks, man.
Chances. Take a fucking chance. They don't take a chance. Tony wants to do what Tony wants to do, and he wants to make Tony happy. He doesn't give a fuck about the roster. He doesn't give a fuck about his writing team. He doesn't give a shit about the fucking people that paid money to sit there in attendance. He doesn't give a shit about the fans on social media. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. He's a multi-billionaire spoiled brat who's gotten what he wants, and he doesn't give a shit, and he's going to go and fucking kick and scream and fucking say, yeah, they don't love me. And it's just the billionaire mentality where he's going to stick it to us. Everybody that's saying nasty, bad things about him, he's going to stick it to him. Just like he stuck it to Ray Phoenix. This is what he cares about. Instead of writing a fucking decent program, he's more occupied by taking Ray Phoenix merchandise off of shopaew.com because Penta is the #1 merch seller on his first night in WWE. You believe that? That's what he's more worried about. That's what he's preoccupied about.
But why?
Instead of discounting the merchandise and putting it on sale and selling it and making some extra money for Ray Phoenix, no, we'll fuck him over. We got him at home. He's not coming back. Couldn't give a shit about him. They barely know he's alive. Yeah, let's take his merchandise off shopaew.com.
What point is he trying to prove right now? This guy's a billionaire taking money out of someone who jumps off of rings and onto the ground to make it. I mean, what point is he trying to prove right now?
He's trying to prove that he's the biggest bitch in the entire wrestling industry, bro. That's exactly what he's trying to do. He's a pussy. He doesn't get it. He thinks he's playing boss. People see right through that. Tony pretended to be our friend. Tony pretended that he was one of us. He ain't one of us. He's basically Vince McMahon, 41 years old. That's exactly what the fuck he is. He don't give a fuck about these wrestlers. AEW for the wrestlers, by the wrestlers, right? No, it's for Tony Khan and by Tony Khan. When the fuck are you people gonna wake up? Poor Ray Phoenix, man. He's gotta suffer for Tony's fucking greediness and his pettiness, all because his brother went on to have one of the most memorable debuts in years on WWE programming. Oh, well, look at that. Let's stick it to Penta and Ray Phoenix by taking his merch away. Don't worry, Penta's making more money for both of them. You fucking hack. Fucking ridiculous. And you want to know why people have stopped watching the fucking show? You act like that, who the fuck's going to want to support you? Who's going to want to work with you? And did you see who opted to tweet and not tweet about Penta? Did you pay attention to that? I counted on one hand how many fucking people tweeted. One hand.
I did not. I also was not watching Penta live. I was busy.
You didn't go back and watch it?
I wasn't watching it live.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't watching it live. I saw it. It was great. I thought the match could have been better, but his showing was fantastic.
The match was fine. The match did what it needed to do. Swerve tweeted. Thunder Rosa tweeted. Dustin Rhodes tweeted. Thunder Rosa don't give a shit. She's basically fucking asking to be let go from that company. She said today her dream matches are Charlotte Flair, Bianca Belair, and Bayley. Gee, I wonder where they fucking work.
Yeah, I saw that one.
How soon before Thunder Rosa is axed from Collision?
I'm surprised she didn't just come out and say her dream opponent is CM Punk.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, that's the next thing.
I want a match with CM Punk and Cody Rhodes and Miro.
Oh, I admire what Cody Rhodes is doing. He's a model guy, man. Punk is having the time of his life, man. I'm jealous.
Man, just the easy fire me now card. Just tweet about Punk, man.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, we're going to get into this show. I don't know how much I'm going to spend on these matches. Nothing mattered here. Nothing. Fucking 6-man tag with Private Party in the Hurt Business. We got a women's gauntlet match that was just a complete waste of time. So fucking predictable, man. And our world title match that left their challenger looking just as weak coming out as he did coming in. So we're going to get into all this tonight right here on the AEW Dynamite post show right here on Off the Script. Tonight we are powered and sponsored by my great friends over at DraftKings. We'll talk about my friends over at DraftKings a little bit later on in the show. make sure you guys go to DraftKings.com and use that promo code JD from NY. UFC 311's coming up on the 18th this weekend. You guys can bet $5 on anything and get $200 in bonus bets. So make sure you guys go and do that. Love me some DraftKings. Follow me on social media at JD from NY206. We have just hit 60,000 and we're already on our way to 61,000, man. Another 400 or so and we will be at 61,000 followers on Twitter. Thank you to everybody that has found the channel and found what we do, man. I appreciate you. You're going to enjoy your stay, believe me. We just hit 165,000 on YouTube. Thank you guys for that. We just hit 9,000 on the second channel. Thank you guys for that. We'll be at 10,000 before the Royal Rumble. Make sure you guys go follow Jesse on Twitter. His ad is on the screen right there at Chi-Town Smark on X. Go follow him on YouTube. His name is linked down below in the description. Click it. It'll take you right to his YouTube channel.
Go follow me on YouTube. Subscribe. It's free.
It's free.
It's free. I need to raise those subscribers, guys. Come on, let's do it.
Make sure you guys go check out all the content on the channel. We have been incredibly busy. Monday night, great Raw. We had near 4,500 people on Monday night. It's going to be like that for the rest of WrestleMania season, I'm sure. Tuesday Night Titans last night. Unbelievable show, man. We are already at 40,000 views plus, less than 24 hours. And get this, the audience retention was 48 minutes per viewer, man. That is an all-time fucking record. Not only for Tuesday Night Titans, but for this channel, man. Thank you guys very much. We are very happy that you are enjoying what Jason and I are doing on Tuesday nights. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. Let's try for 800. We got 800 likes. Let's try for 1,000 likes. Can we get 1,000 likes? We got 3,600 people in here. No doubt about it. Super chats are open. Get them on in. We'll hang out at the end of the show. As always, we'll read through your questions, comments, and concerns. And please leave a comment down below. Everything you do as far as hitting the thumbs up and leaving a comment helps us out in the YouTube algorithm. And I will be in Chicago on Friday for House of Glory. And we will be doing our thing. And I'm quickly going right back home on Saturday to get back here and do work for the rest of the weekend. So I will see you guys in Chicago for House of Glory. So, Jesse, where do you want to go, man?
Well, let's see, man. I think we have everything covered for the beginning of the show. I got something I want to cover.
What's that?
Here we go. I think it is called. Wait, it's over here. Collision Corner.
Oh my goodness. Collision Corner for the week of January 15th. There he is. There he is.
Oh, we got a good one this week, man. We got a good one. I can't wait for this one.
Are you sure?
Yeah, man.
All right, let's do it.
It's going to be fun. Let's do it. First up on this week's edition of Collision Corner, we have Big Bill loses to Cope. The match was okay. It not like it was dope.
I think Jericho's a fucking dope. Holy shit.
It started off fine, but when they started kicking out of finishers, it kind of went down on the slope.
Do you believe me now that Adam Copeland and Big Bill look similar?
I can't get behind that one.
No, okay.
I can't.
Okay.
I'm just not seeing that one. Sorry. But
Oh, you could get behind Mina though, I'm sure, right?
oh, I'm a married man.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I don't want to get behind Mina. Pac defeats the ROH TV champion Sin Cara in 8 minutes.
Who?
Proving my theory that the brand that doesn't have a TV deal probably doesn't need a TV champion.
The Ring of Honor TV champion.
Ring of Honor television champion, brother. Oh, wait, Commander? I think that's his real name.
Oh, I forgot about that guy, man. He's not the luchador that everybody's thinking about this week.
No, not this week.
What is, have you ever figured out, man, what is he in command of?
Right now, the ROH TV title that doesn't have a TV deal.
Yeah, that's a sad one, bro. I don't think that's ever gonna happen, man.
That's kind of messed up.
He may be in charge of Tony's underwear, man, or in command of Tony's jockstrap. I don't know. No, okay.
No, I'm like that one.
I will get the Beast Mortos on that one.
No, he had no Beast Mortos this week, man. No Beast, no Frank. No Frank.
Frank the attorney, where are you, bro? We got to get you on TV.
But I digress. The Outrunners face Claudio and Wheeler Yuta. The Outrunners were once white hot and over with the fans, so clearly they lost clean in 10 minutes.
Wow, man, they were rendered Wheeler useless, huh?
I like what you did. Okay. I see what you did there.
Oh, man.
AEW Women's Champion Mariah May defeats Harley Cameron in 10 minutes, further proving that the women's division has never been better.
It's hot girl graps, bro.
It's flaming. Brody King defeats Trevor Blackwell in less time than it took me to say Brody King defeats Trevor Blackwell.
Who?
Now, relax. Some of you might be wondering why Brody King needs a jobber match at this point in his run in AEW. Well, I'm here to tell you that the next match is the TNT champion Daniel Garcia versus Katsunori Shibata.
Oh my God.
Man, Garcia retains in 10 minutes.
Man, that sounds like an exhilarating fucking Saturday night, man. Oh my God, I can't wait. I'm fucking gleaming with excitement, man.
Oh, you and the crowd, because the crowd went absolutely mild for this one.
Jesus, fucking creator superstar in WWE 2K, Danny Garcia, man. What type of t-shirt he come out with? He wants to restore the feeling? I restored the fucking batteries in the remote control because I changed the fucking channel when he came on.
Anyway, again, we digress. Chris Jericho.
Oh, God.
Oh, come on. Chris Jericho defeats Dax Softwood in the main event, a match that TK said everyone was barred from ringside. So maybe that's why after the match was over, we saw Big Bill, the Bad Apple, Cash Wheeler, Claudio Castagnoli, the Bastard Pack. We saw Wheeler Yuta, we saw Turbo Floyd, we saw Truth Magnum, we saw John Moxley, and we saw Powerhouse Hobbs, and we saw Cope. This show has no hope.
I think Jericho needs to cope that this match was fucking embarrassing. He should have taken influence from his 1 minute New York segments to fucking finish this match. Holy shit.
My goodness. What a phenomenal scene that was, ladies and gentlemen. And that is this week's edition of Collision Corner. And I need all of you to please remember that I watch Collision so you don't have to.
Oh my God. What an awful fucking show, man. How do you listen to that and then get excited to watch Collision? I don't know.
In all fairness, I give it a comedic spin to probably make it sound worse than it is, but I guarantee you I do not make it sound worse than it is.
It's fucking bad, man. It is absolutely brutal. I watched it, I know, for all the sickos. Oh, JT doesn't watch Collision. I know, I watched it. Apparently this guy did, but he got 3,500 people not watching Collision.
Not watching Collision.
It's the way it's got to be. The fuck do you need it for when you got him every week? Kenny Omega. He went one-on-one with Brian Cage. This was a good match. Can't sit here and tell you that. Kenny Omega has bad wrestling matches. Brian Cage is criminally underrated. He's got no fucking direction in this company, I'll tell you that.
No.
But this was basically Kenny Omega wanting to go out there and I guess, get right back into the fucking fire. I don't know how else to put it. You know, he wrestled Gabe Kidd at Wrestle Dynasty. Everybody said he had a fucking unbelievable return match. How it's going to be on the match of the year list at the end of the year already. We're not even fucking 15 days into 2025. How did he get a unbelievable, immaculate return for New Japan Pro Wrestling in the Tokyo Dome? And then he gets 1,500 people here and a absolutely dead-end story just thrown on television in a random match against somebody that largely doesn't matter on AEW television, that largely is considered a jobber on AEW television. How is this the best use of Kenny Omega, Jesse? This is not.
Well, I have inquired into my a few of my New Japan diehards, and they tell me that New Japan is actually putting on pretty good television these days.
Really? That's amazing when they have no TV deal in the United States.
It's amazing.
Wow.
So they are enjoying the product over there. So maybe Kenny was booked correctly.
Unbelievable. Who's watching it? Nobody that I give a shit about.
No.
If it was so good, an American TV station would pick it up and say, I want New Japan, pal. No.
Well, no, not necessarily. I mean, it's not going to convert into the U.S. It's a Japanese show. We know that. But they get their diehard fans, and they're enjoying it.
Kenny don't care.
They wonder why AEW can't put on good TV.
Kenny don't care. He doesn't give a shit. He came out with his new Final Fantasy-esque theme music, which is great. It's one of my favorite video game franchises of all time. Final Fantasy VII is the greatest RPG of all time. Second is Chrono Trigger. Don't at me. Third is Dragon's Age, I believe, what was it, 7? Quest for the King?
No, Dragon Warrior on NES. Yes.
Who? You're talking about NES. Huh? Let me go back in the time machine. Yeah, I got one for you. Crystallis. You ever play that? There you go. How many OGs in the chat know Crystallis? Give me a fucking break, man. RPGs, man. I used to be the biggest RPG guy, man. Then I became
Dragon
a fucking
Warrior. Who played Dragon Warrior?
Nobody played Dragon Warrior, bro. Come on.
It was great. I actually want to play it tonight now. I should just download it from online.
Yeah. Anyway, this match was Kenny Omega's first match since November 15th, 2023. He was in an 8-man street fight against Brian Cage and the Don Callis family. Oh, my goodness, man. So there you go, man. There's the tie-in. Everything that you saw last year was like a fucking fever dream. The Elite and Okada and Jack Perry putting him out, diverticulitis, writing him off TV, intestines on a birthday cake. None of that mattered, man. It was like, did you dream it? What happened? Where did it go? I'm not back to hold grudges. Sure you are. Fuck out of here. Who writes this shit?
Wow.
Guarantee he wasn't thinking about the Don Callis family when he was being ushered out of an arena on a stretcher thanks to his ex-best friends who tried to take over the company and pile drive the fucking owner. Give me a break.
He forgot about that, man.
Never happened.
You got Tony Storm running around here forgetting the last 3 years of her life.
Well, clearly the amnesia that Tony is suffering from has now bled onto Tony Khan.
This is true. This is true.
It's a fucking disease of the Tonys. They suffer, it runs in the family, you know?
Oh, my God.
Anyway, we'll pick it up after the commercial break. Cage took the ref. Archer and Don Callis, who was on commentary, got some cheap shots in on Omega. Slammed him onto the commentary table. Abdomen first, right? Because of the diverticulitis. Come back for the break. Cage at a suplex from the apron. Back inside for a 2. Omega crawled to the ramp, which was even with the ring. Omega tried for another Hurricanrana, but Cage powerbombed him back into the ring for another near fall. Omega fought off a pump handle connecting on a face palm slam, but Cage got the knees up during a moonsault attempt and hit a sit-out pump handle for a 2. Cage went up top, cut off, springboard sunset bomb before a V-trigger, got a near fall for Omega. He went for another V-trigger. Cage sidestepped, Omega floated over a German suplex, ducked a discus lariat, popped Cage with a pump knee, V-trigger, one winged angel, says Excalibur. One winged angel. And he got the victory, and Kenny Omega wins his first match since November 2023 on AEW television. Post-match, Archer and Kyle Fletcher hit the ring. Attacked the midsection until Will Ospreay hit the ring. No music played. He made the save similar to what he did last week. Ospreay flipped out of a choke slam by Archer. Hit it in Zaguri. Omega fought off of each ring, and Ospreay hit a hidden blade. Ospreay and Omega had words until Ospreay shoved Omega out of the way and wiped Fletcher out with a dive. All of a sudden, Konosuke Takeshita's music hit, and he walked right out, held up the title, and shoved it in Omega's face, and they started to brawl with Omega. And Fletcher and Ospreay brawled as well. Fletcher and Takeshita got the advantage and laid out Ospreay and Omega with the Brainbuster and Raging Fire. Don Callis family stood over Ospreay and Omega, and that was the way the segment came to a close. Tony Schiavone is an absolute fucking shill of a commentator. Omega stands tall in his return match, even though he got laid out with Will Ospreay at the end of this fucking time. How is he standing tall, you fucking hack? You heard that? Ridiculous.
No, I was more blown away by when Schiavone said that this was one of the, if not the most important match in AEW history.
Gee, I wonder who fed that line to him in the headset.
I mean, those words happened in that sequential order from Schiavone's mouth live on the air.
This didn't do anything to get me excited. You know, last week we talked about, because it certainly played off the fact that Ospreay and Omega were going to go one-on-one. They didn't do anything last week to even warrant a tag team match that I'm thinking now we're going to get. Looks like, Jesse, we're going to get Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay, because they looked at each other as if they know what they have to do to get rid of the Don Callis family. Omega and Ospreay versus Takeshita and Fletcher at AEW Grand Slam Australia. You could do Ospreay and Fletcher and then Omega and Takeshita, both as singles matches, but I think the tag team match is probably the way that they go. At the end of the day, man, you know, they took Kenny out of the one storyline that he had a built-in return with to go back and tell a story that nobody cares about, that pretty much ended with, you know, whatever he did with the Don Callis family, to only go back to it because he wants to come back and say he doesn't want to hold any grudges and he wants to go on and just wrestle. I don't care. You've already started Kenny Omega's return off the one way that I did not want you to do, and that is void of any story. So how could you possibly care about something that was ended 2 years ago?
Yeah, they did his leave on that huge big angle, right?
Yeah.
He got killed.
Yeah.
He's come back, and it doesn't seem like he really cares anymore.
Not one mention of Okada, not one mention of the Elite, nothing.
Nothing.
Just right into the Don Callis family.
Long-term booking, bro.
Long-term booking, huh?
Long-term booking.
You know, you never know that AEW has a fucking show in Australia. They don't mention it. There's no banner. I mean, we got a banner for a fucking show that's happening 7 months from now because they're desperate to sell tickets. They want to remind you that it's coming in July 12th. There's no fucking banners. There's no logo. There's no mention of it. We got a fucking show in a month in Australia. Where's the promotion for it? It's going to happen on pay-per-view, ain't it? Nothing.
Yeah.
It's not important, I guess, right? So why should I give a shit about what you're doing?
Exactly. If they don't care, why should we?
Don't understand.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I started watching this company, both feet in. You know, I feel like, I personally feel like I have given them every benefit of the doubt and every opportunity and every chance to be a great company, and then also to pull themselves out of a slump to become a great company again. And I'm starting to kind of lose faith here, man. I mean, to say the least. I mean, I'm losing faith. I don't expect every company to be hot, stay hot, and never get cold. But this is beyond cold. This is just stubbornness and an unwillingness to change.
Lewis M says Grand Slam is a TV special, but it's happening on a Saturday afternoon. That's a pay-per-view day.
When is it?
February 15th.
No, man. AEW has no more pay-per-views to March.
Oh, so that gives them the out to not promote it, huh?
That's a TV show.
Okay.
Yep.
So they just don't promote a TV show. Okay. Great. You don't care, then why is anybody watching the show going to care? Give me a break. Moving on.
Yep.
Kenny Omega, by the way, already being misused and miscast in this fucking nothing garbage. This guy should be built as the fucking top star, the remaining soul of this company. Part-time, treated like a fucking star, booking him like a fucking Brock Lesnar, only making special appearances, having dream matches in the biggest of stories. Hey, let's throw him out there against Brian Cage and promote the best bout machine versus the machine. What are we, fucking 7 years old? You got a 42-year-old CEO who's operating with a 7-year-old fucking brain. Nobody cares. Fucking ridiculous. Moving on. We got a New York Minute. What is that? Katsuyori Shibata? We got Shibata over there? Jesus fucking Christ.
He's cutting a promo. Shh, let him finish.
Oh, my God. New York Minute. This went 1 minute too long with Chris Jericho. He called Cincinnati the Bluegrass State. Was that supposed to be funny? The Learning Tree talk. Yeah, what happened?
It's a new segment or something?
The New York Minute? No, he's been doing it. He started doing this when he started building up to his match with Matt Cardona. That's Final Battle.
That's how much I haven't been paying attention.
I don't. Who blames you? Who is paying attention?
I saw it tonight. I thought it was the first time he did it.
The Learning Tree talked about the upcoming 12-man tag on Collision that's still being promoted, by the way, after it was vehemently shit on social media. Brian Keith reminded us that it's a dozen motherfuckers in the match. Thanks, man. I didn't know. I can't count. Jericho called Cope a dope, and Cash Wheeler, he called him a kneeler. I don't want to know about Cash kneeling in front of anybody.
Hey, you don't talk about Cash like that, all right? You want to talk about somebody, start with Dax Softwood.
Maybe Dax is the one kneeling.
Yeah.
Surprised we didn't get a fucking rah-rah speech tonight.
That one works.
Jericho promised Jon Moxley that the Learning Tree and Death Riders will be on the same page, even though it don't make any sense. This wasn't really the way we needed to go here to promote this match. All I got from this chat was that Jericho doubled down on the main event because Jericho wants to prove that everybody complaining about this match is in the wrong, as does Tony. I don't know. Jesse, why is the Learning Tree teaming with the Death Riders when the Learning Tree is everything that the Death Riders are fighting against to save AEW? Can you figure that one out?
This is what you're not going to do to me, bro. You are not going to put the pressure on me to make sense.
Maybe we should ask Grok.
To make sense of that bullshit. I know. Did you grok yourself and see what your account is about?
Let me see. Why are the Death Riders? This is a live Q&A with Grok on X. Why are the Death Riders teaming with the Learning Tree? The Larding Tree? No, the Learning Tree on AEW TV. What is the explanation? Let's see. Let's see what Grok's got to say. Put on some music. The teaming of the Death Riders with the Learning Tree on AEW TV can be explained by the current storylines and character dynamics within AEW. The Death Riders, previously known as the Blackpool Combat Club, have been portrayed as a rogue faction aiming to reshape AEW in their image. Conversely, the Learning Tree, led by Chris Jericho, is a more comedic, self-absorbed stable where Jericho uses his experience to mentor younger wrestlers in a very egotistical manner. Their teaming up might be seen as a temporary alliance of convenience against a common set of adversaries, in this case, Rated FTR, the Outrunners, Cope, FTR, and Powerhouse Hobbs. who are all part of the opposing team in a 12-man tag team match on Collision Maximum Carnage. This setup allows for a narrative where enemies can temporarily unite for a strategic advantage, which is a common trope in wrestling to add layers to feuds and character development. Doesn't really say why.
Bruh, I'm going to have to send you a cease and desist. That is copyrighted Collision Corner music, sir.
Is it?
Yeah, man. You can't. You can't. No. Cease and desist.
There's evidence of confusion and criticism amongst fans about this booking decision, with some questioning the coherence of the Death Riders character arc and their sudden alignment with the learning tree. Given their initial promos and philosophy, this reflects a polarized view on how this alliance fits into the broader narrative of AEW. In so many words, it fucking sucks.
It does not say that. It said it's confusing.
Yes.
Oh my God, the AI.
Grok!
You confused AI?
Tony confused AI with his fucking creative. I don't believe it. I don't. I genuinely. This is an all-timer for this fucking podcast. Tony Khan has confused Grok on X. You believe that?
Wait a minute. AI could not come up with an intelligent response to what the fuck was going on with the bookie.
Man, Elon, all that money Elon paid for X-Men for the highest of technologies. Even Grok can't even give you a reason why it's happening. And you expect Tony Khan to write a coherent story on week-to-week Dynamite?
Oh my God, bro. I'm in tears. Hold on. I need a fucking Kleenex or something.
This shit is fucking. This is embarrassing. I'm sorry. Maybe we should just ask. Maybe we should just ask Grok to write a fucking story.
Hold on, man.
Let's see. I'm gonna type it in. Grok, can you write a better story for AEW television than Tony Khan? Let's see what he says. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at this.
What did it say?
This. Legitimately, Grok, can you write a better story for AEW TV than Tony Khan? It says, and I quote, "I swear on my grandfather's tomb. Sure, here's a concept for an AEW story that aims to blend character development, interpromotional intrigue, and high-stakes action." They even gave it a title. They titled it The Syndicate War. Premise: in the underbelly of AEW, a shadowy organization known as the Syndicate emerges, led by the enigmatic figure known as the Broker. The Broker has been pulling strings behind the scenes, influencing match outcomes, wrestler contracts, and even the champions themselves. The Syndicate's goal? To control AEW from the shadows, turning it into personal playground of power and profit.
It sounds awesome.
Act 1! They even give me an act!
This sounds great.
During a high-profile match, unexpected interference leads to a shocking result. Post-match, a mysterious figure in silhouette, the Broker, appears on the screen, declaring the start of their reign over AEW. Wrestlers from various factions start receiving anonymous offers from the Syndicate. Some are tempted by promises of power or money, while others are threatened. This includes key figures like Jon Moxley, Britt Baker, and Adam Page. Wrestlers who resist the Syndicate's influence begin forming an alliance, dubbing themselves the Defenders. They include a mix of babyfaces and heels, united by the common enemy, the Syndicate. Then they go to an Act 2. They title Act 2. Your camera's out, by the way.
Oh, I know. I had to fucking turn it off.
They title Act 2 Escalation and Betrayal. Look at this. Mole in the ranks. After a series of victories for the Defenders or betrayal from within. Perhaps someone like MJF or a surprise lower card wrestler reveals insider information to the Syndicate, leading to a brutal attack on one of the Defenders during a live event. The broker issues a public challenge for a grand event, the Syndicate Games, where matches will determine the fate of AEW's future. Rules are twisted, outcomes are manipulated. This act deepens character backstories. For instance, we learn about a wrestler's past that makes them particularly vulnerable to or against the Syndicate's tactics. Then they give me an Act 3 called Climax and Resolution. The Syndicate Games are a series of matches with high stakes, including a ladder match for a contract that grants control over match stipulations for a full calendar year. A gauntlet where each win or loss directly affects the participant's future in AEW. In the climax, the broker is unmasked as a former AEW wrestler or perhaps a surprising figure from another promotion or even the AEW executive team, adding a layer of meta storytelling. A monumental match where the Defenders face the Syndicate in a no DQ, no count-out match. Here, alliances shift, former enemies unite, showcasing the wrestling ethos of competition and respect. The Defenders triumph, but at a cost. Some wrestlers retire, others find new purpose or alignment. The story ends with a new era for AEW, where trust is rebuilt and the roster is more united than ever before against external threats. Bro,
please tell me you made all of that up.
Post story. Periodic callbacks to the Syndicate War through matches that highlight lessons learned or new rivalries born from the conflict. Wrestlers who were part of the Syndicate or the Defenders have changed alignments or motivations, setting up new stories. This narrative would not only engage fans with its mystery, action, and character development, but also play into the real-life dynamics of wrestling promotions where control, loyalty, and legacy are always in play.
Wow, that actually sounds pretty damn good.
Do you want to know how far AEW is in the dumps? Grok just won Booker of the Year over Tony Khan.
Oh, man.
And in that's where we should have got the Death Rider story to go. Yet we got what we got on TV, which is absolutely no emotional investment from the audience and nothing of interest, where the company is legitimately fucking free-falling in every metric, and nobody cares to show up, pay money to go sit there, or watch it live on television.
Oh, my God.
I swear to God, I swear on my entire fucking channel, I did not have any of this planned for the show. This was on the fly because I am aptly named off the script. And I swear to God, all of this was written with just a few sentences in a fucking AI program. And it outclassed Tony Khan, Will Washington, and everybody on that fucking writing team.
My God. My God. This is real life, man. This is why we're live and off the script, people. That just happened.
Yeah.
That just happened.
You believe that?
Wow.
I guarantee you someone from that fucking company's watching and fucking looking at themselves like, oh man, we suck. We suck. There hasn't been one storyline in the last 3 years that even came close to what a fucking AI program just gave you and spit out. With one question.
So good. It sounded so good.
Unbelievable. That's how easy it is. That's how easy it is. All Tony needed to, he's on Twitter with fucking 12 burners. I mean, I'm sure he's paying for Twitter. Type it in, bro. Grok is your best friend. Nobody will ever know. Now they will. I just exposed your next possible maneuver.
I didn't even realize that could be. There was someone that was pulling the strings for the Hurt Syndicate.
I guarantee you that entire clip, that entire segment's going to get clipped and fucking go viral on social media tomorrow. Guarantee it.
Oh my God, dude. AI just booked the show better than Tony Khan is booking it.
Unbelievable. I could have been an asshole and said, man, I just wrote that all tonight. Nobody will ever know. It's Grok. I could be like, hey, man, Will Washington, I'm coming for your job, man. Maybe you should fire him and hire me, Tony. Not that I take the job, because then I have to give up this fucking beautiful thing I got going on here, and that ain't ever happening.
Oh, my God, dude.
Can you believe that?
That was amazing.
Unbelievable. Jesse was so fucking absolutely blown away. He had to shut his camera off.
That's just fucked up.
Ricochet. He is out there, and this guy has, I was worried here, bro. He had a live microphone. Crowd booing him. He has his golden scissors in the breast pocket of his suit. Crowd wouldn't let him talk, drowning him out with Swerve chants. Swerve's house. Ricochet said a picture is worth 1,000 words, and he points to the big screen. You know, the big screen that still hasn't promoted AEW Grand Slam Australia.
Oh, my God.
So he showed the bloody attack on Strickland that happened 2 weeks ago. And Prince Nana comes from behind, and he attacks Ricochet with a chair shot to the back. He starts dancing over him, and Ricochet is like comically selling this chair shot. Swerve comes out. He's got a chain wrapped around his neck. He's stalking Ricochet. He threw Ricochet threw a security guard into Strickland and bailed out the building and ran away into the snowy night of Cincinnati, Ohio. Jesse, this might have been the biggest waste of fucking TV time that we got all night. It forwarded nothing.
Want to know the funnier part about that? What you just said?
Yeah.
I thought this was the best segment of the night in the show.
That is a very low bar, my friend.
I thought this was the best segment. I thought they showed, you know, some of the shit that Ricochet did last week. It's good. He came out. He had that same diabolical, just evil, mad scientist look to him. It's great. He did say some words, but my God, were they kept to an absolute minimal. I think this is the second week in a row that they did not make Ricochet look bad. So I'm going to take that as a win for Ricochet. I thought it was the best segment on the show tonight.
Shad is asking, we should ask Grok how to book Ricochet correctly.
No, man.
No. No, we can't beat what we just did, man. We're not gonna run it into the ground. We'll keep it as a maybe gimmick on the show, a side collision corner, man. We'll just ask Grok. That's a new segment. Ask Grok. There you go.
I feel like we could do a whole live stream, and refer everything to Grok.
Oh my God, man! This show is fun. This is how bad this show has gotten, man. I don't believe it. It's laughable at this point. It really is. So Ricochet and Swerve, they didn't really build upon anything that they've done already. It's the match is happening in 3 weeks in Atlanta.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so again, I'm gonna defend this segment. I mean, it wasn't a 5-star, segment of the year, but I think it was fine. I think the goal here is to stop making Ricochet look corny and fucking dorky and stupid. And he did none of that tonight, so I'll take that as a W for Ricochet. Nana and Swerve got their revenge. I don't feel like it was enough revenge, so I'm sure Swerve is still pissed because, he got his ass kicked last week. Got his ass kicked pretty damn good. So I like when Nana came in, snuck him from behind, did the fucking Nana dance over him. I did kind of chuckle with that one. But again, the biggest takeaway is Ricochet for the second week in a row does not look like a dorky nerd. And I did not see him tweet anything stupid this week. So I think Ricochet got a positive week.
Sure, man. Let's add some positivity to the fucking stream tonight, okay? There you go.
It was good. It was good. There's nothing wrong with it.
Fine. Let's get the match over with and then move on to something else, because they've already dropped Swerve and Bobby Lashley, and they deaded that feud where we got it back at the Hammerstein Ballroom where Swerve says it's not over yet by a long shot. So maybe they eventually go back to that. I don't know. But seeing that we got what we got next, the Hurt Syndicate beats the team of Mark Briscoe and Private Party, the AEW Tag Team Champions. Jesse, this was... I don't want to say this was a squash, but this was basically as close to a squash as you could possibly get. Hurt Syndicate beats Private Party and Mark Briscoe pretty single-handedly. And there's absolutely no reason after this match was over to believe that Private Party will retain the tag team championships in any way, shape, or form. Man, what the fuck has AEW Creative done with Private Party, man? I mean, how badly they've been fumbled, man. It honestly should be taught and studied in collegiate universities across the United States, man. That's how fucking bad this is.
Well, when you have your champions and you're trying to build up to a championship match, the most important thing that they should have been trying to accomplish out of this segment was to make sure you keep your champions looking strong. They did that, right?
No, they did not.
God damn it. Well, there goes that.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Private Party, man, they won those tag team titles against the Young Bucks, man. Everybody's like, oh, look, change is coming. Change is coming. And what happened? This was the second match since October that they had on Dynamite. And they got big league last week. They got buried this week. And the tag team championship change is coming imminently, man. Thanks for coming, Private Party.
And
for
when
nothing.
that change comes, man, they're going to have to build some permanent stools in catering for Private Party, boy. They are done. There's nothing left for Private Party to do after they lose.
Get them the fucking booster seats and fucking catering, man. So have them sit down.
That's it.
They'll be sitting at a table all by themselves, punished. It looks like they're getting punished. Honestly.
Probably. At this point, they'll probably be sitting next to Hobbs, too. I don't know where they're going to go with him after this.
Who did they outwardly support, man? Anybody?
I don't know. You got to look into it. Did they praise Punk?
Did they praise Ricky Starks?
I hope not.
I don't know. Awful. The whole tag team division is in fucking shambles. Unbelievable. So, Pac, he will go one-on-one with Cope, they announced. Next Wednesday, we're going to a quick video package highlighting the friendship of Cope and FTR. Oh, man, I can't wait. This should be a great match. Don't get me wrong, but no build.
Don't care.
No build.
Don't care. Again, I mean, I'm sorry for the people who come here all the time and they hear me repeat this, but we do get a revolving door of listeners, and who knows from companies listening, but AEW can put on a great match in their sleep. Why? Because Tony Khan has nothing to do with the great match. The talent gets in that ring and gives us great matches. So I honestly, at this point, expect great matches. And to be honest with you, I mean, now that I'm thinking about it, AEW does not give us piss poor wrestling matches very often, guys. Let's be fucking honest about this shit now. Is every match fantastic? No, but it is very rare that we get a piss poor wrestling match. So if you're going to tell me I'm getting these guys versus these guys and the match is going to be great, I expect it to be great. What I would hope for is some great story to come along with it.
Where's
the hard part.
Where's it going? It's going to Copeland and Moxley at Grand Slam, right? Or Revolution. Maybe they don't even do fucking Grand Slam. I don't know. Whatever it is, whoever it is, it should be over. That's what it should be. If you got to make Copeland the champion just to fucking salvage whatever's left here of this fucking show and the Death Riders, then do it. I'd rather see him than Jarrett or Darby. At this point, you're running out of fucking people.
Yeah.
Speaking of Jarrett, he had a face-off with MJF. Came to the ring. As he said last few weeks, they've been humbling before immediately being interrupted by MJF's music. MJF walked to the ring and said last week he gave Jarrett an opportunity of a lifetime, but he turned it down. Jarrett cut him off and said MJF was too lazy to enter the casino gauntlet and tried to scheme when MJF screamed for Jarrett to never interrupt him again. MJF then cooled down and said, he's a living legend, as Jarrett has convinced these dumb schmucks he's one too. MJF said Jarrett is the last outlaw because he's the last thing you see before your favorite wrestling company dies. Not really sure you want that as the narrative going forward here, because we're not really sitting pretty here, Tony.
A little too close to home.
A little too close to the fucking fire there, Mr. Tony Khan. MJF called Jarrett a pro wrestling Grim Reaper and said thinking of his career makes him want to drink. MJF apologized and called Jarrett a raging, recovering alcoholic and said he'll send Jarrett's ass packing back to rehab where he belongs. MJF said to make sure his sexy MILF of a wife sticks around, as he's a fan of Karen, but when he's done with her, he'll ship her back to Nashville so Jarrett knows what a generational talent and an Olympic gold medalist balls taste like. Oh my fucking goodness, Chad.
Wow.
That is par for the course for MJF. Anybody be like, oh, that shit sucks. I mean, he's done that time and time again. I find it to be humorous. But, you know, maybe it doesn't work in this context because nobody wants to see Jeff Jarrett on television. Maybe MJF is trying to fucking send smoke signals up there and say, nobody wants this. I don't even want this. I'm just gonna go out there and say the most egregious shit, you know? So Jarrett said all MJF does is make cruel insults and said he knows his best years are behind him, but entering the Owen Hart Cup last year made him realize he still wants to keep going. Jarrett says it's exactly what's needed to get him on track to become AEW World Champion. MJF thinks he can hurt Jarrett's feelings, but he did everything like this before MJF, and he did it better than him. Jarrett is confused whether MJF is a dumbass, a scumbag, or all of the above. Jarrett said it must be tough for being raised by a call girl mother and knows for a fact when his father knocked up his mother, she still made him pay for it. Jarrett said the old saying is, we're married to our mommies. MJF is nothing but a Canadian, or MJF's mom is nothing but a Canadian call girl. While MJF was burning it up with Will Ospreay for 60 minutes, his old lady was doing the same thing with a bunch of wrestlers in the back. Jarrett said MJF is drowning in his own shit. He's an entitled prick, a scared little boy who won't enter the gauntlet, scared of becoming a one-hit wonder. I don't know why any of that needed to be said. That's the part where Jesse and I said it just came off incredibly forced. I mean, I don't really get that vibe from Jeff Jarrett. I don't know why he's got to project that on television, because when he says it, it sounds wrong. When he says it, nobody believes him because that's not him.
No. I mean, if that was true, I wouldn't want to put that out there on national television about my mom.
No.
And if it's not true, then let's just not say that about my mom. I mean, you know, I don't believe it. And even still, whether it's true or not true, whether people believe it or not, it does not come off as genuine heat. All right. It does not come off as, like you said, like Jeff Jarrett's character in any way. You know, it does not seem like something that he would do, especially babyface Jarrett. Don't forget, this is supposed to be our babyface version of Jeff Jarrett. I mean, I couldn't even really see the heel version of Jarrett doing that. Heel Jarrett is more of a male chauvinist pig type deal. You know, that's his deal. Remember when he had to drop the IC title to China? You know, that is his shtick. This is not within the Jeff Jarrett gimmick as a heel, much less as a babyface. And it didn't feel right. It didn't feel genuine. And I just didn't enjoy it at all.
MJF says he didn't need his daddy to make him a top guy or start his own company to be a top guy. MJF made MJF. We know what happens when Jarrett is king of the mountain, while MJF is to thank for record pay-per-view buys, ticket sales, and is the best in the world. I'm sure that was a shot at you-know-who. And then he got screwed. His name, reputation, legacy, dragged through the mud, as he doesn't want to win the world title. He needs to win the world title to shove it down all of his detractors' throats, but has to wait in line for Jeff Jarrett. With all due respect, no wrestling fan has ever given a shit about Jeff Jarrett. What pisses MJF off is because Jarrett was best friends with Owen Hart. He's owed a grand finale, but he sees through his bullshit. Jarrett is nothing more than a leech riding the coattails of his deceased friend. Jarrett finally popped MJF in the mouth with a big punch. Security ran in to pull him back. Karen Jarrett came in to try and calm Jeff down. MJF grabbed her as if he was holding her sabotage, and he used her as a shield so that he could run away and escape. Again, you know, fine, that's par for the course for MJF, but it went incredibly long, felt incredibly forced. Nobody's interested in Jeff Jarrett chasing the world championship. And MJF is straddled with this fucking absolute lower than fucking dirt story where he is so much better than what they've given him on television in the last 3 weeks. I just don't understand it. I don't get it.
Nah, I don't either. You know, we covered this at the beginning of the show, and it's just I love MJF's work. I've always loved MJF's work. There's been programs of his where he was meant to be the one to look strong and to go over, and there's been segments where he's been the one to put others over. All right.
Yep.
This doesn't feel like it naturally falls in any crevice there. I mean, it just does not feel organic. There's no other real way to explain this. This is not MJF. This is not something that you can tell that they're trying to make the feud personal, and it's not there. Yeah. You know, they've accomplished this before with Swerve and with Hangman, you know, with plenty of feuds, you know, but this does not feel organic, does not feel original. It does not feel like Jeff Jarrett should have anything to do with an MJF. MJF should be at the very, very top of the card, and Jeff Jarrett should be in the back producing the very top of the card. This makes no sense to me, and I don't enjoy it at all.
Moving on, Hook. He went one-on-one with Christian Cage of the Patriarchy, and this feud started back in October, and we finally got a one-on-one match here in January. How many people still know that Christian Cage is holding a contract for the AEW World Championship? Does anybody know that?
Oh, I know. They make it.
They make it known? Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Sometimes you forget. The Patriarchy seems fucking weak. I mean, I don't think they're as strong as they once were.
No, I don't think they was supposed to be, you know, dominant. It's supposed to be the chicken shit heel faction, more or less. But I see what you mean. They're definitely not. They're definitely not as interesting as they used to be.
No, not at all. Listen to this one. Hook attacked Christian Cage at the start of his entrance. He didn't even come out with the Hook signal. He didn't come out with his theme music. Action Bronson does his theme music. Action Bronson claims AEW never called him back. Listen to this. During a recent appearance on the Ariel Helwani show, Action Bronson, hip-hop star, was asked about his wrestling experience in AEW and only having one match. Bronson said that AEW never called him back, and he's ready to get back in the ring right now. He said on AEW, "Come on, man. You know what they do? They don't call you back. I never got called back. There was an angle there. I'm ready right now. I've been ready forever, whomever." Ariel Helwani interviewed him. So there you go. That's part one. Keep that in mind. Ariel Helwani asked Bronson if he enjoyed his time in AEW, and Bronson stated that he did not. He went on and said, and I quote, "I did actually no. I enjoy the act. I don't like the backstage environment. I think it's weird over there. It's just weird, man. It was just like everyone's cliquey." When asked if he's interested in wrestling, and Bronson responded 100%. It was a great time. If I get the call back and it's a big show, I'm coming.
I don't remember how he was. I mean, I thought you were getting ready to say they weren't paying him for his music.
No, the point I'm trying to make is he went on Ariel Helwani's show and he shit on AEW, and Hook came out to no theme music. So I'm expecting Hook to get new theme music. And Action Bronson will not be having his theme music anymore.
He didn't come out to any. No.
Yes. See, this is what I pay attention to, bro. Yes.
No, but I didn't know that interview even existed, though.
Yeah, that happened today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was in the news today.
I mean, I hope. Look. I mean, you're not a wrestler. You're a musician, and as long as you're getting paid for your music and you're coming in every now and then, I don't understand what he's complaining about.
Yeah, I don't know, but I fully expect Hook to get new theme music, and they're going to go with a new hip hop star, or maybe they'll just make Mikey Ruckus write him a new theme. I don't know.
Wow.
So we go into this match.
No, they'll probably grab like Run DMC or some shit.
Whatever. He's got. He'll buy another fucking 1970s fucking hip hop theme, whatever the fuck it is.
He'll get the Spinners or the Temptations or
Jesus
something.
Christ. Anyway, we'll pick this up after the commercial break. We'll go right to the end because this was fucking boring. Hook applied a red rum. Cage climbed to the ropes to break it. Hook just sent him crashing down. Crossface shots from Hook, but Cage slid through red rum and posted Hook. Shibata held off Nick Wayne and Kip Sabian from attacking. But Cage laid him out with a referee reverse DDT ringside. Back inside, Cage wanted to kill switch, but Hook counted into a red rum. Cage signaled for Sabian and Wayne, who pounced in the ring. Got a lot of fucking typos, so you can see how much I was paying attention. Pounced in the ring for a disqualification. Patriarchy went to go Pillmanize Hook's arm. Taz was about to get up and leave commentary and help his son until Samoa Joe hit the ring. And he came to the ring clean house. Massive ovation. Sabian and Wayne were tossed around and destroyed by Shibata Joe as Cage and Mother Wayne retreated. So Joe's back on television, bro.
That's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
So there we go.
Samoa Joe and Hook, maybe a tag team. I don't know. The division's dead. They could spark some life into that division, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of see exactly where that would end up going, but at the same time, that's exactly where it needs to go.
Yep.
We need a Hook Joe tag team run. Then eventually, yes, Joe will turn on Hook, and they will have a feud, and Joe will put Hook over at the end of that feud, and Hook should look better coming out of it.
He should.
They won't do any of that, will they?
No. There's no reason to trust that they will either.
No, they will do none of that. All right.
So Joe's back. Last time we saw Joe, he was being put through a concrete wall by Chris Jericho. I guess they forgot about that too, huh?
Yeah, he doesn't care about that.
No, that's I'm glad. Maybe that's a good thing.
Yeah.
That they pivoted. They pivoted for that, but they didn't pivot from the fucking disaster of a match that he announced on social media.
Man.
Switchblade Jay White. What happened?
I hear they're still announcing shit. Let me look this up.
Switchblade Jay White saying he's going to get his hands on Wheeler Yuta, and the Undisputed Kingdom say they will get gold in 2025. Danny Garcia told them to bring it on. Gee. Is anybody excited about Danny Garcia versus Kyle O'Reilly?
Oh, yeah.
Fucking ridiculous.
Main event time, baby.
Jay White wants to get his hands on Wheeler Useless. Who asked for that? Gee, man, he goes from challenging John Moxley to wanting to fight Wheeler Yuta, man.
Now I want Wheeler Yuta.
I want Wheeler Yuta, pal.
Who's next? Cheeseburger?
Renee was backstage with Jeff Jarrett. Dustin Rhodes walked into frame. Jarrett didn't get a word in. Rhodes said MJF doesn't know a thing about the miles Jarrett has on his career. Rhodes put all his support behind Jarrett and said MJF has no clue what they've been through during their careers. Rhodes hyped up Jarrett and said he's a 12-time world champion. Outlaws never die. And Jarrett is the last of his kind. Great.
So
what should die? This fucking storyline should fucking die.
To get us more hyped about Jeff Jarrett as champion, they get Dustin out there trying to sell it to us.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, love it.
Women's gauntlet match. We got a shot for the AEW Women's World Title on the line here at AEW Grand Slam Australia. So, Mariah May joined on commentary. She's the AEW Women's Champion. Chris Statlander, she came out first because she got the opening position after winning a three-way last week with Willow and Toni Storm. Jamie Hayter was second. Oh, my goodness. She's out there. You know who was not in this match, Jesse? Athena. No Athena.
No, we don't need her.
No, we don't need her.
We need her in ROH where we will never see her.
No.
And she does fantastic things.
Wow, man. How many people does Fightful employ now, man? Fucking 20, 22, 23? That's the audience there watching Ring of Honor?
Oh, I don't know. What's that got to do with anything?
I don't know. It's a dead show. I heard you were bringing Ring of Honor reviews back to the channel. Is that true?
No.
Watch-alongs? No?
No.
Man,
I never did ROH reviews.
That's it, man. You can move into the reaction realm on social media, man. Apparently, they lost one today.
I can do a show like.
He was ousted as a predator today, whatever his name is, the reaction guy that AJ Francis put over.
That guy. Oh, he's a pedo?
Yeah.
No, I didn't hear.
That's what everybody's saying.
No.
That's what everybody's saying. The fake Quick reaction
his
guy, man.
reaction
Reacted
to
to AJ Francis. Oh my God, it's AJ Francis. Like fucking Eddie Guerrero was resurrected from the fucking grave.
What was his reaction to finding out he got busted? Was it,
He deleted social media and deleted his Twitch. He's no longer doing wrestling content.
well, I mean, not with anyone above age, he's not.
Well, no. Goodbye.
What a piece of shit, dude.
Jesse moves up in the ranks just by someone's mistake, man. Look at that.
I can't compete with that reaction, man.
I mean, Jesse's getting just as many views on his channel than Denise is at 200,000 subscribers, man. Oh my goodness. Crazy.
If I had 200, man, if I had a plaque, man, that,
You know why? Because you got real fans. Because we have real fans here, so they follow you over there. You don't bot your account.
No. I want genuine fans. I
Yes.
want my subscribers to actually give a shit about the content that I put up.
Yeah. Jamie Hayter was number 2. Megan Bain. Oh my goodness, man. We got Megan Bain out there as number 3, man.
Now, I want to catch this first. Hold on. I want and wish nothing but the best for Megan Bain in AEW.
She's a beast, ain't she?
Please let that be the first comment out of my mouth about Megan Bain since her debut. I want nothing but the best for her. She's fucking great. I saw her live at House of Glory.
Of course. She's the HOG Women's Champion.
I turned to this guy and Jason and I'm like, where the fuck has she been? How come I've not seen her on my TV?
Let me tell you something about this. She came out and she was, at least aesthetically, the biggest star look-wise. She looked like a total superstar out there compared to everybody else that was in this match.
Yeah, and there was Zilla Fatu at that show. That show we saw her at. She looked like a star over everybody else there.
I am going to say this as kindly and as respectfully as possible. I pray to God that this was a one-off and that this woman does not sign with this decrepit, disgusting promotion. NXT has Julia and Stephanie Vecker. Go there, please. You don't even have to just show up at the Performance Center, man, dressed like you would dress tonight. They'd sign you in a fucking blink of an eye. You don't need Tony Khan. You don't need his money. Just go and do the WWE thing, man. Seriously.
Yeah.
She'll be buried alongside Jamie Hayter within weeks. Forget about it. Or maybe they'll make her Mercedes' new bodyguard and then bury her because Mercedes got to be bigger than everybody.
Man.
She can't look as cool as I do.
I want nothing but the best for her. Please, if you have her. I'm looking. I don't see a graphic.
For who?
Megan Bain.
Good. I hope it never comes.
I'm hoping.
Mariah May said she was speechless upon Megan Bain's arrival. She asked if Megan Bain eats babies for breakfast.
Yeah, kind of a wrong comment to make there.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't need to be mentioning, leave the kids alone, is what I say.
Yeah, okay? That's not, yeah. I see where they were going with it, don't get me wrong, but nah.
Julia Hart came out at number 4. She came out through the babyface tunnel in the midst of the House of Black going through some interior renovations.
Yes.
We don't know what's going on there. So Stat, Bain are fighting. Hayter and Julia are going at it because they had one of the greatest all-time wars in AEW women's history, right? Greatest storyline of all time. I'm only joking there, by the way. There is no story. Willow came out at number 5. As Bain was waiting for her, they started throwing shots. Toni Storm came out at number 6. And the commentary team called her the hottest rookie in AEW.
Yeah. I've been calling her the young up-and-comer.
And Harley Cameron came out at number 7. And we only had 7 women in this match. A gauntlet match with 7 women when we had the last 2 gauntlet matches happening with 15 or 16 men at All In. And then they had, 12 last week? Bro, they only had room for 7 women in this gauntlet match. How many people in AEW are watching me right now, man? I got one single question for you. Do you still think that AEW is for women's wrestling? Do you still think that the man in charge is still for women's wrestling? Or is he simply for the ones he likes? and Mercedes. How did this match get women's wrestling over in a meaningful way? What did it do? What did it accomplish? You gave a gauntlet match with 7 fucking women. Meanwhile, you got some of the most talented roster of women in the entire fucking industry. You send Megan Bayne out there to do what? Nothing. And a predictable outcome with Toni Storm, who won the match. And when I say, I kid you not, this match ended with Toni. What happened? Toni slid in and got an inside cradle on Julia Hart. She pinned Julia Hart, number 1. Right? Number 2, the match was moved on to as fast as you could breathe. They had the all-in graphic or whatever, the Grand Slam graphic already ready to go, and they moved on right to the next match.
Instantly.
It
felt like it would have taken longer to copy, paste, and slide the images over than, by the time they ended that match. How did they get that graphic ready so fast?
Mercedes has more belts than they had women in this match. You believe that? The fuck is going on there, man? AEW continues to make themselves the laughingstock of every aspect of professional wrestling, and they don't give a shit. They don't care.
Why did they have to pin Julia Hart, man?
All Megan Bayne needs to do is look at this match and say, yeah, you know what? That ain't gonna work for me, brother. It's not gonna work for me.
No, we're not gonna cruise over this. Right now, Buddy Matthews, Julia Hart, and Brody King are in a serious transition phase. They need to try to keep this stable looking strong going forward and figure out the new direction with, Malachi not leaving the company. Why would you have Julia Hart lose? I mean, you're sitting. I mean, Harley Quinn's right there. She just took an L.
Who? Harley Quinn?
Yeah.
Harley Cameron?
Whatever, same thing. I keep calling her Harley Quinn.
Alexa Bliss?
Why not have her take the L?
Because she's the new flavor of the month, bro. You got to understand.
She just lost. She just lost a few days ago.
To Mariah May.
So why not have her take this one?
Why didn't they factor her into possibly winning the match, being that she's Australian?
No, now you're going too far.
What, create new stars? We don't do that here in All Elite Wrestling. Gee, I wonder who was going to win the fucking match. Gee, I wonder who's going to win the world title. This amnesia storyline is dead and over with. I can't wait for it to be over. To do what? For Toni to go back to what? Glamorous and timeless Toni Storm, as if this was all her greatest play, her greatest role, right?
Yeah. Wait. You said something there. Hold on. Let's go.
Toni is acting. This is all an acting gig. She's going to win and reveal herself to be timeless once again.
Oh, man. There
you go.
Okay.
Yeah, she's going to look like that, yeah.
There we go. Much better.
She's going to look like that.
It's been a while. Feel better. Okay.
All right, go back to full color, man.
Okay, let's go back. All right.
Where's Deonna Purrazzo's Yellow Rose? I don't know.
Oh, my God.
It's a good question.
She's on Collision, which is why she wasn't in the Collision corner, because she was not on the show. But she's posting some nice Instagram pictures. You can see her there. There you go.
Sure.
You're not going to see her on television wrestling where she's best, but...
at one point, she was considered the female Kenny Omega.
Oh, I believe it. She's good. She's really good. And I do believe there are plenty of AEW fans who have no idea how good she is.
Guys, you're asking the questions that I wish I could give you an answer. Where's Sheeta? I don't know. Where's Britt? I don't know.
No idea.
Where's Athena? I don't know. You're asking me questions, man, that I don't even think Tony Khan can answer.
Serena Deeb,
Camille.
Purrazzo. Don't know.
Where's
Britt?
Thunder Rosa?
Thunder Rosa, she wasn't on Collision either. I don't know. But we get Megan Bayne.
Well, now you're really getting into the fucking bottom of the barrel of Toy Chest, man. Kiera Hogan, where's is she even signed?
No, probably not.
No.
Oh, maybe. Well, then again, she could be. And
she could be.
Not being used.
Could be.
Where's Phoenix?
I don't know.
And whatever you do,
he's in an ice bath somewhere.
Do not go to an AEW show with a Ray Phoenix sign.
Oh, I would love to see that. Somebody show up next week with a Ray Phoenix sign.
Oh, my God.
Somebody show up to an AEW show next week, wherever they are. Where are they next week? With a Ray Phoenix logo, an off-the-script logo, and then an AEW logo with an X through it.
Does TK ever have that moment where he looks back at everything he's doing currently and says, I have become the man that I have hate. I have become Vince McMahon.
He wakes up and looks at himself and says that every morning in the mirror. He's brushing his veneers.
Does he say, oh my God, I've become Vince McMahon? Or does he say, yeah, I've become Vince McMahon?
This is my company, pal!
Yeah.
He does the walk, right? He gets up out of bed, he walks in his robe in his fucking hotel room.
Think about it. Think about where this company started and the rapport that they've had with the talent and all of the stories that we've heard. Now, we have NDAs. We have people with time added onto their deals. We get people with their merch being yanked. We got people sitting in catering. What the fuck
Maybe
here?
that's what the whole Shane McMahon thing was about. Man, we might have blown the fucking the case wide open here. Maybe he's consulting Shane McMahon so that Tony could be more like Vince.
I'm so glad that Shane thing didn't pan out. I'm so glad he didn't end up.
Well, I mean, we just wrote the Syndicate War. Maybe Shane could have been a part of the Syndicate War, man. Let's bring him on in.
He is the one pulling the strings.
He's the broker.
Oh, man.
You know what? I'm going to... Where's Grok?
Oh, no.
Let's ask Grok. Grok, this is great. Who would you cast as the broker in this storyline? Let's see what he says. Let's see what Grok says. Hold on. The role of the broker in the Syndicate War storyline, you would want someone with a significant wrestling pedigree, charisma, and the ability to portray a complex, manipulative character. Here are a few options. Look at these fucking options that they gave, man. Oh, my fucking goodness. Number 1, CM Punk. Number 2, Sting. Number 3, Paul White.
All right. Yeah, you should have left Grok alone.
Number 4, Adam Cole. And number 5, Don Callis.
So make Adam Cole a manager? Yeah, we probably should have left Grok alone while we were ahead.
Listen, man. He can't... maybe we should ask him for more options there.
More ideas.
I need better ideas. Grok, I need better choices than the ones listed above. Let's see. Oh boy. Oh my
Roman Reigns.
This may be so much worse than what he gave us, man. Oh my God.
Marty Scurll.
Number 1, Eric Bischoff.
There we go.
Number 2, Jim Cornette.
Okay.
Number 3, Vince Russo.
Okay, shut it down, Grok.
Number 4, Brandy Rhodes.
Okay.
Number 5, Conan. And number 6, Christopher Daniels.
Okay, Grok. He had a good run, bruh.
Yeah, it's all right. All right, bro. Grok, now you're worse than Tony Khan. Grok, you are worse than Tony Khan.
Grok is just like Tony Khan. He started off great and then got real cold real fast.
Fair enough, he says. If my suggestions don't meet the mark, let's pivot back to the drawing board. Is another approach, focusing on someone from AEW's current roster. Oh my God. You don't want to, I don't even, the person he gave me now is not even with the fucking company anymore.
Okay, yeah.
Let's move on.
He had a
Will
good
Hobbs. Yeah, Will Hobbs. I would go with Bischoff. Honestly.
I would go with anything at this point. I'm game. At this point, nothing can be as bad as what we're getting.
Yes, Cornette would book AEW 1,000 times better than what we got now. Yes. John Moxley defends the AEW World Championship against Powerhouse Hobbs, who won a gauntlet match last week. We'll pick it up after the commercial break because I was, at this point in the night, I was very much over everything that we saw tonight. Moxley was sent crashing outside. Hobbs was in control during a commercial break. Hobbs, he drove Moxley into the corner where he bit at his ear, trying to bite his earring off. So Hobbs kept biting. Moxley, his blood is in Hobbs' mouth and Moxley's ear is bleeding. He fires off a cutter out of the corner, reset, forearm exchange. Moxley sent Hobbs to the floor. He took the ref and Shafir, got in some sheep shots. Quickly back inside, Moxley wanted a Death Rider, but Hobbs powered out into a shoulder tackle. Hobbs then mowed down Moxley with some clotheslines. World's strongest slam for a 2 count. Hobbs connected on an avalanche power slam. Moxley used the momentum to roll through into a cross arm breaker. Hobbs got to the ropes as the ref backed off Moxley. That distraction allowed Wheeler Useless to sprint in for Busaiku knee. Came out of nowhere. He ran back to the gorilla position. He just ran from the tunnel and ran right back out. Moxley wanted a Death Rider. Hobbs hit a desperation spine buster. Hobbs lowered the straps, wanted a torture rack. Moxley slides down, gets a rear naked choke, stumbled out of it, grabbed the ref. This allowed Shafir to smack Hobbs with the briefcase in the face. Death Rider, Hobbs kicked out at it too. Moxley sank in the bulldog choke, and Hobbs passed out, and Moxley gets the win. Post-match, Death Riders hit the ring as a group, and they beat up Hobbs. Claudio used the chair on the leg. They tore at the brace, and they take turns smacking the leg with the chair. They Pillmanized his leg with the chair, and then after all this, 5-on-1, Pillmanizing the leg, then hits the music. FTR comes out, Adam Copeland comes out. They chase the Death Riders off to end the show. Fucking awful. You wait until then to save this poor guy going into Saturday? Why the fuck would he want to team with you if you're not there to back him up is what I want to fucking know. And where the fuck were they? When the Death Riders were all out there helping Moxley cheat to win, where was everybody during the match to ensure that the Death Rider story ends with Will Hobbs beating Jon Moxley? Who writes this garbage?
Not Grok.
Not Grok. Grok gave you an award-winning storyline earlier in the show that's fucking 10 times better than what we're getting play out on actual television. This shit sucked, Jesse. I mean, Hobbs, all we asked for was something coming out of this that gave Hobbs some substance. He got nothing. Nothing, as expected.
No, and he's going to fall off hard. He's going to fall really hard after this.
After Saturday, they'll probably give him a token win. They'll have him pin Wheeler Yuta, and then goodbye. Where's he go after that? He lost it to Cashley. He lost to Moxley. What's next?
Because they haven't given him anything. They have him come out, make him look big and badass, put him in a match. The match never comes out really favorable for him. And then what? There's nothing behind it but Hobbs. You're just giving us Hobbs. But what about it? They came out, Hobbs was coming out, Hobbs was mad at Don Callis for not calling him or some shit. And I think they had him tag with him not long after that.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say here in regards to this. This was terrible. This was a fucking terrible episode of Dynamite. Literally no effort went into this whatsoever. There's just discrepancy after discrepancy, fucking plot hole, creative, just fucking chaos. I don't know. Collision looks like this: Moxley, Claudio, Useless, Jericho, Big Bill, Brian Keith versus Copeland, Dax, Cash, Powerhouse Hobbs, and the Outrunners. Adam Page will battle Christopher Daniels in a Texas death match. And Kazuchika Okada defends the Continental title against Tomohiro Ishii.
Yeah. I got my work cut out for me this Saturday, guys. Subscribe to my channel, please.
AEW is fucking terrible. And that is your AEW Dynamite post show right here on Off the Script. The monumental stream, we had about 3,800 people in here tonight, man. Holy shit!
Fantastic stuff.
It's great for a goofy podcast, huh?
Yeah, someone's already clipped our segment. It's already posted.
Of course it is. Thank you to whomever. Who was it?
Now let me see. I don't know how you guys do that shit. Like, how do you clip it and have it go up like that? It was from Zach Leo Zodiac.
Okay. Thank you, Zach Leo Zodiac. Appreciate you, brother. Follow me on social media at JD from NY206, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for notifications. Go check out Jesse on Twitter as well. Hit that subscribe button to Jesse's channel down below as well. Tonight, we are sponsored by my great friends over at DraftKings. I'm going to kick it to a DraftKings edge spot because we love DraftKings, and UFC 311's coming up this weekend, man. Make sure you guys get your bets in. Bet $5 on anything and get $200 back in bonus bets. Make sure you guys check out DraftKings and use that promo code JD from NY. I want to thank DraftKings for once again being a great sponsor right here on Off the Script. It's a new year, guys, which means new matchups and all new action to keep you all pumped up. Tune into the fights this weekend and don't forget to get in on all the action with today's sponsor, DraftKings Sportsbook. They are offering all new customers $200 in bonus bets instantly after betting just $5. If you guys love the thrill of live betting, DraftKings has got you covered with live markets like Fight to Go the Distance, making watching the fight that much more exciting. All new customers who use my promo code JD from NY, all you have to do is put $5 on any wager and you get $200 in bonus bets instantly. UFC 311 is going to be a big one, guys. Two huge championship fights, one for the lightweight championship and the other for the bantamweight championship. And I want you all to get in on the action and use my promo code JD from NY. New customers who use my promo code JD from NY and bet just $5 on anything will get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Now you're probably wondering, JD, what can I use my $200 in bonus bets on? Well, DraftKings has same game parlays for a shot at an even bigger payout. Combine multiple bets together from the same game. And if sports betting is not yet available in your state, don't worry. DraftKings is the one-stop shop for all things daily fantasy, where you can join in on all the fun and have a shot to win cash prizes. We're off to a great start in 2025 with DraftKings. Remember, guys, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, and all new customers who use my promo code JD from NY, you bet $5 on any wager and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Once again, all new customers use promo code JD from NY only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Oh, yeah. DraftKings. Make sure you guys go and do that for me, man. And thank you to DraftKings for sponsoring tonight's podcast right here on Off the Script. Let's get into these super chats and get the hell out of here, man. I got a flight to Chicago to get ready for Michael Krause with a $2 super chat. JD OTS Jesse, JD Graham. What's up, my friends? Yeah. Thank you, Michael. Joey Taylor with a $10 super chat. JD, according to Dave Meltzer, Tony does not book the shows anymore. It's RJ City, Will Washington, Sanjay Dutt, Chris Hero, and Jennifer Peppermint who books the shows. Now Tony books the winners and losers. Oh, yeah? Whatever it is, it's bullshit. Tony is the end-all, be-all. He wants what he wants on the show, and they make it happen. Just like Vince, he's got full people, men and women around him. Those people will be the first to be blamed when things go wrong.
There's no way a committee of people collectively came up with trash like this.
No. Michelle with a $2 super chat. Does Danielson want to come back to AEW as it is? I don't know. He probably will.
I'm sorry?
Bryan Danielson.
Oh.
To coming back the way AEW is right now. Probably.
He's going to come back, but he just retired from full-time wrestling.
Yeah.
He's going to come back in some capacity or another at some point.
Ali with a $5 super chat. JD, who do you see the list of superstars going up against Penta? Because we saw him go up against Gable. Everybody, Ali. Everybody. I don't give a shit who it is. OTS Rival Queen with 37 months. Sockface says this was a pay-per-view type show. People that stupid shouldn't be allowed to live. This was not a pay-per-view like show. This was a Rampage like show. Well, Jesse's deleting any Vikings slurs in the chat, huh?
All of them.
Don't take it personally, people. He's a disgruntled fan who has to wait for next season.
Very.
Havili with a $10 super chat. What's up, JD? If we don't have the pandemic, in your opinion, between Kenny Omega, Hangman Page, and Cody, would have turned on the Elite against the Inner Circle in Blood and Guts? In your opinion, between Kenny Omega, Hangman Page, and Cody, who would you have turned on the Elite against the Inner Circle in Blood and Guts? Cody. He didn't want to go heel. The show with the $2 super chat feels like TK either buries or dumps AEW originals. He don't give a fuck about them no more. You show any signs of maybe wanting to go over to the other side, or you're not loyal to AEW, man, forget about it. Your career is over. Revol with a $2 super chat. Every match ended with someone attacked and saved. Well, their creative team needs to be attacked and getting rid of. Micah with a $1.99. You think we see Omega to WWE in the next 2 years? I think it's more likely now than ever, yes. And when that happens, that's the beginning of the end. Andrew Cool with a $1.99. AEW Grand Slam is a TV special, not a pay-per-view. Great. I don't give a fuck what it is. They didn't promote it. Nobody knows it's happening. The show with a 5. So I guess with that ending, Hobbs back in the toy chest. The show was awful. Cody knew what TK really was and left. Good. I'm about ready to give up. Give up? Everybody else has. We'll let you know when it's safe to come back. You can trust in us. Absolutely. Hero with it. What happened?
I'm sorry, I got a super chat shout out to give out.
Yeah, good.
To a couple of people real quick. Xavier Lopez and Jeff and there was one for Ryan the Chipmunk. They were very generous on one of my live streams, and I told them I would give them a shout out here during the super chat segment of tonight's show.
There you go. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you for supporting the cause, OTS family. Hero with a $10 super chat. Good to see Megan Bain on TV. Was a big fan of her in Stardom. Still not enough to get back into AEW. And to Jesse, I guess our Vikings did what they do best, disappoint. Guess there's always next year. MJG with a $1.99. According to AEW Rev Tracker, tonight's show equaled a $105,000 gate. Bullshit. With 1,500 fans? No way.
They charge $500 a ticket?
No way. More like a $50,000 gate.
That is the weirdest flex that WWE and Triple H keep putting out about how much money they make at the gate, especially when it's a normal size venue. I just look at that and see that they are just taxing motherfuckers for no reason for these tickets, man.
That's what they do.
How is that a flex?
Thank you for giving us even more money for even more expensive tickets.
I mean, jeez, bro. This is a regular 15,000, 16,000 seat arena. And you're talking about it being the largest gate in all-time history. That means you just charged a lot more money for fans to see pro wrestling. Why?
I don't know. Man of 1,005 holes with a $2 super chat. RIP for Ricochet being buried twice. JD from New Zealand with a $8.99. Gimmick infringement over here. Let's fucking go, JD Jesse. Love your work, brothers. Where is some of the talents like Jay White, Paige, and Deanna? What the fuck am I missing? Something. Yeah, you are. Yeah, Tony's missing a couple of brain cells, bro. Several brain cells. Han with a 5. TK is Vince. Much like Mr. Teshk is R. Kelly. JD can smell BS bookers and creators from a mile away. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Yeah, we tried to get Wheezy Blonde on the show, man. She don't want to work with us.
I don't even know who that is. Who is she?
He's one of those reaction streamers.
Oh,
She's afraid of our fan base. What is that if you... should she be afraid of you guys? No, I don't think so, right? I think you would welcome her with open arms, no?
I'm not gonna lie. I don't spend a whole lot of time on social media, but when I do, I'm there for a while, and I'm just checking on the stuff that I normally check on, and I'm out, and I don't watch reaction streamers.
Oh, nobody does?
Live streams. I don't know. Good on them, though, man. I mean, I'm not here to knock anybody's fucking hustle at all. You know, if they're doing it, good on them. They get put on TV for doing what they do. Good on them, man.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hate on them. That's on them. Yeah.
Han, thank you. Clone Force with a $4.99. Shame on Mr. Teshk. The truth came out about him, and now creators like Conman, Santizop, and Wheezy are done with him, and I'm glad they are done with him. I don't even know the full story. Can someone please fill me in so I don't have to go research? This is why I primarily work alone. The only people I work with are Solid Monster and Jesse. This is why I've worked alone for so many years, man. If you guys want to get in the game, work alone. None of these people could be trusted.
The last thing, if this guy goes out and diddles a kid, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
I'm fucked. He trusts that I won't diddle a kid, and I trust that he won't.
Don't worry, there's no diddling, there's no diddy going on here, okay? You fucking break, man. Disgusting fucking people. Clone Force, thank you, brother. Telebo Swayze with a new membership. Glow J, new membership. Phil with 25 months. This show fucking sucks. Hey, Tony, give up the pen, please. Who am I kidding? He ain't gonna do it. Song suggestion, Fall Away. Luke Shoemaker. I'm sure it's better than whatever the fuck. You know, the second week in a row we haven't seen the Pointer Sisters.
Too many complaints.
Yeah. Oh, he got caught. He got caught being a creep to females. Okay. Well, there you go. Canceled.
We get Penta El Zero Mero visiting a sick child in the hospital, offering him his mask, a signature, and a hug. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. They're already doing PR rounds. These guys enjoying themselves. Look at this.
Tony fucked up.
Look at this.
He dropped the ball.
Superstar.
He dropped the ball. Otis with 36 months. Big ups to you, JD and Jesse. You guys inspire me and a bunch of others to get our voice out there. Thank you for being the beacon of our journey. Hashtag OTS. Otis, thank you, brother.
And shout out to Jonathan Coachman.
Shout out to the coach.
Coach.
I'm in discussion with his team right now to maybe do something. We got to figure something out. When he's live, I'm live. We can't really work there. But big fans of the coach over here, man. Love the coach. Toya ain't nice with a $10 super chat. Awesome stream, JD and Jesse. It was great. Distraction from me and my boyfriend breaking up because his family, mainly grandma, didn't approve of our relationship because he's white and I'm black. Well, fuck that, Toya. That's what I gotta say. Fuck that.
Be with who you want to be with.
Yes.
Other people want you.
The fuck does your family matter? Don't let your family dictate who you are and what you want to do. Fuck them. Any single guys in the chat? There you go. Toya's available. We matchmaking tonight.
Find somebody who's gonna be happy with you and not gonna, stick to his mom or Grammy. And if you can't find a man that's gonna tell his family to fuck off and this is my woman, then you need to find somebody else. Best in the world, Matt with a $5 here. Tony Khan is pushing XWW guys down our throats. Meanwhile, he is busy taking Ray Phoenix merch off the shop. I hope Ray is finally free. He ain't free till probably September, October. Cozy with a 50. Will Washington probably did the script for MJF's mom. Well, we don't really know that. The writing team consists of several individuals, just not him. Sidro with a $2 super chat. Put TK into Squid Games. Let him fear for his life. Yeah. Mike Lee with a 2. Hey, JD, I have a question. Who is Megan Bain? She's the HOG World Women's Champion. House of Glory World Women's Champion. Copy copy your message and paste it into Google or YouTube.
Ask Grok. She'll tell you, or he'll tell you. She, he, it, they, them. They'll tell you. Does Grok go by pronouns?
Oh, I hope not.
Me neither. Harpreet with a $6.99. How do you see Jericho as a performer in 25? Do you believe he is a clout vampire, as most people in the IWC say? And how about a WWE Jericho return? No, he deserves to be off TV. Nothing of value there, and I don't want to see him back in WWE. Only in the Hall of Fame.
He'll be back for the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Ryan?
Probably, I could see him going into the Hall of Fame while still be employed in AEW, but I don't think they're going to do it while he's actively on television.
Yeah.
So if he retires to a backstage management role, I could see him coming in to be inducted and then go back to work in AEW if Boss Man approves.
Amon G, am I planning to go to MetLife? No, I'm going to be sitting right here covering SummerSlam, but I will probably hold a meet and greet at American Dream Mall somewhere. Maybe. Maybe we'll give up a Friday Night SmackDown and just go to the American Dream Mall and just get fucking trashed and have a couple of cold beverages, you know? Ryan Matthew Russo, the 5. It's crazy seeing older clips of AEW when Mox debuted and Omega was champ compared to now. Went from packed arenas and hype to bingo halls and cringe. Yeah, it's sad. The downfall is legitimately real, folks. It's real. David Thiering with a 5. Hey, JD, Jesse, OTS family, AEW feels so cold that in a callback to your WrestleMania 32 review, the sound of opening up a can of beer is more interesting, says David Thiering. Yeah. Yep. Those are the days, man, you know?
Man, I just want him back. I feel like AEW is gonna make a comeback. I don't think it's gonna be able to come back under this current administration, under this current design, under this current setup. But I believe that at some point there'll be massive structural change, and they'll make a little comeback.
Yep.
They don't need to beat WWE. I wish people would stop trying to make that comparison. I think they'll make a nice little comeback to appease their core audience and be a solid company again.
Bobby Means. $5 super chat at this point on abysmal NXT products is kicking AEW's ass, and I'm loving every bit of it. In fact, it's better than any of this crap on Wednesday night. Yeah, they did almost 800,000 viewers on Tuesday. Good for them. Hidden Network with a super chat. To be honest, I watched AEW 2019 again just to appreciate what they did for the business. At present, they don't care at all. Guess what? We don't care either. Yeah? Nobody does. Zero Kaiba says, JD, did you see Jada Parker getting herself canceled online? Yeah, because she liked a post about something very political. She doesn't want, she didn't want, get this, Jada Parker liked a tweet or an Instagram post about not wanting men to be playing in women's sports or something along those lines. And they want her canceled now.
Well, who is she?
She's in NXT. Jada Parker?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's what gets you canceled nowadays.
Don't take much.
It doesn't take much, you know?
Probably mind your own business and stop touching kids and you'll be all right.
Well, yeah. I mean, men should stop playing dress up and stop taking women's rights away. How about that?
That would help too.
Fucking ridiculous, man. It's like a fucking circus out there.
That would help too.
Bobby Means with a $5 super chat at this point on abysmal NXT. I just read that. Thank you, Bobby. Alex Roskell with a $6.99. MJF to WWE is the next Heyman guy. Just let Vince buy AEW. It sucks. MJF doesn't need Paul Heyman. He doesn't need Paul Heyman. Basic with the 22 months. Everybody in the chat is here because they hate the product. Well, I'm guessing there are some wrestlers from AEW in the chat as well. Probably.
Probably my ass.
We know that they watch. I've been told personally by people that don't even work there anymore.
Hi, guys.
Andre Benson with a $5 super chat. Show was so bad I changed the channel to Chicago Fire and Chicago PD and waited for you and Jesse to review tonight. Thank you, Andre.
I thought the fire was in LA.
Chicago Fire and Chicago PD, I'm assuming are drama shows on TV. I don't know. I'm just making a logical guess. JD from New Zealand. What's the purpose of Death Riders again? To kill AEW's ratings. That's what their purpose is.
But they were here to save the company.
DJ Scandalous says, Denise Salcedo said tonight that Goldberg should have just lied about AEW instead of calling it cheesy. I kid you not, laughing my ass off. Why, does she not think AEW is cheesy?
The thing is, that's kind of the take that, I'm not going to say her, but that's kind of the take that a lot of the other podcasters do. They do just a lie as opposed to just saying what they, okay. So what they do is they don't necessarily speak from their own individual hearts. They speak from the heart of the company or the platform or the outlet that they are working for.
She's working by herself now. She's not working for Fightful.
But she still represents the Fightful brand,
Sure.
if you know what I mean.
Sure.
I mean, if you turn on the news, you're not going to hear the newscaster say, this person was elected and I don't like them. I think they suck. The newscaster's going to say this person got elected and this happens here and they go here and that's what it is. Next story. They don't give their personal opinions. They just give out the news and then stay positive about it.
There's a lot of fakes in the community, folks. I'm not sure you guys are aware of that. If you are in the know already, you know who they are. I don't need to point you in that direction. Just watch. Just listen. Just read. Fakes. Everybody.
You could see a lot of fakes. Tribal Queen might be on this. I mean, hey, I don't know. But OTS Tribal Queen. All right. Well, there are fakes.
No, and I'm not talking about my fellow egghead. No, I'm not mentioning egghead. I know somebody's gonna clip it and send it to him. Oh, JD called him fake. No, I was just on the phone with him for 45 minutes today talking about my alcoholic parents. Fuck out of here, man. It's ridiculous. Not everything's about Drew, okay? If Drew had a problem with me, he'd call me. That's the type of relationship we're trying to develop here, okay? And not every tweet he puts out is about me either. So stop. Hollywood guy with a $2 super chat. Bring Shane to replace Khan for AEW. Not happening. Richard Cohn, $5 super chat. AEW sucks. Tony Khan, your show is garbage. I can run it better than he can. No, you can't, Richard.
I can't. Look, it's not easy.
No.
It's not easy. I'm not going to sit here and say what Tony Khan is not doing is easy. But what is easy is to acknowledge that you're not doing it well enough and to get the proper help so that everything can
Mystery Deck says, she ballin', y'all not. Oh, really? I'm not? How many live viewers did Denise have tonight? 300? How many do we have, Jesse? Almost 4,000? Who does the consensus rather watch? Boring or entertaining? Keep that shit. Keep that shit to yourself, man. Zipper the fucking mouth shut.
Not worried about what other people are doing or trying to start up in our chat. We fell for that crap once before. Not doing it again.
Ridiculous. Alex, 279. Like if Eugene would run AEW better than Tony Khan. Probably.
Again, if something is going on and it's not working correctly, you should have the wherewithal to say, I'm not doing this correctly. I'm going to find some people, hire some people to do it for me the right way.
You know, by the way, guys, when you have a channel that has 200,000 subscribers and your videos do anywhere between 2,000 and 3,000 views each, that is what I call a dead channel. Just want to make sure you're aware, okay? Jesse's channel is more alive. Yeah, Jesse, say it.
I'm not comparing myself to other content creators.
Okay. I'll compare for you. Jesse's got more views than she does. Fuck out of here. Nepali lad with a 199. Watching from Nepal, home of Mount Everest. It's great. Darby's going to be visiting soon.
Yeah.
He also
Hopefully
says,
come back alive.
Yeah, he says with 999. Watching from Nepal. Thank you, brother. 349, JD from New Zealand. Grand Slam going against NXT Vengeance Day. Yes, in the nighttime. NXT Vengeance Day will be in the nighttime. Grand Slam will be in the daytime. Lewis Danenta with a 5. JD, will Darby survive Everest? I hope. Phoenix Enterprises with a 2. Who? NY Khan is running AEW, and it's terrible. Who's NY Khan? We don't claim Tony Khan. He's not New York. Be sweet.
I think that's our guy.
Yeah.
I think he's an Illinois guy.
Be sweet with a 5. AEW is dead as Aerith at the end of Disc 1 in Final Fantasy VII. Yeah. yeah, it is. Abyss with a 199. TK with AI, or TK books with AI. That's why it sucks, does he? If he booked with
the AI booking we just had was pretty good.
If he booked with Grok, we'd have some decent storytelling. Man of 1,005 holds with a $2 super chat. AEW, AI Elite Wrestling. Yeah. Best in the world, Matt with a 5. JD, your thoughts on The Legend of Dragoon for PlayStation? Highly underrated RPG, in my opinion. Final Fantasy VII is the greatest RPG. I agree. Never played it, brother. I played Secret of Mana, though.
I don't do RPGs
You're not a fan of Japanese RPGs?
No, for me it was cooler back when the systems were like not very capable, so it was just better to get into the story. But now, I mean, like our video game systems are like, I mean, incredible. So I want something that can handle all of that power. I want the action. I want the shooter. I don't want a story-based game. You know what I'm saying?
Who else do we got here? Abyss with a 199. After hearing Grok's story, never mind. Hidden Network. I'm just entertained tonight with the AI who creates better than TK. John Ortolaza with a 2. Grok just won Booker of the Year and Tony's crying. David Thiering says with a $5 super chat, JD, you have to clip that Grok clip and put it on the Shorts channel. That might be your best viewed short on that channel to date, probably.
Yeah.
I might have to, I don't know what the thumbnail is going to look like, but I may have Tony crying in the background with an AI bot as the front of the thumbnail.
I'm probably going to work on that collision corner tonight. I have it up for the morning.
Mike.
We got a couple of good clips on this stream, bro.
Yeah. Michael J with a $2 super chat. AIW. R. Clark with a 2. Congrats to Grok for Booker of the Year. Cozy with a 50. Put Grok's storyline on your timeline, JD. R. Clark with a 2. The company top to bottom is in shambles. Mike 43. Did Kenny forget he's an EVP? He could have banned the other people from ringside or even arena. What's Tony smoking? Oh, he forgot about that.
He literally just told us he was an EVP. He's an EVP in character and in life.
Twisted with a 35 months. Hi, JD. Jesse, hope all is well. I would like to know, how did the two of you meet? Since JD is from New York and Jesse is from Chicago. Thanks. I'll let Jesse handle that one.
Grinder.
No.
Grinder.
No. I'm gonna have to delete you now.
Flip it. I was a fan.
I'm gonna get Denise to call us the show next week.
Oh my god. Yeah. I would love to have Denise on this show.
I'm gonna get Mr. Tesh and bring him out of retirement.
I would sit here and watch you have to listen to her talk, and knowing how much it drives you nuts, I would enjoy that so much.
My ears would bleed live on air.
That'd be so good, man. Tell you what, long story for a different day. Subscribe to the channel. Maybe I'll spill the beans on that.
There you go. Who else we got here? David with a 10. David Thiering. Thank goodness we have Jesse to watch Collision, so we don't have to for the matches like this one Saturday. Just announced for the Continental title, Okada and Tomohiro Ishii. Why, Tony? I don't get it, says David Thiering.
Oh, man.
J-Ray with a 5.
Marking out for Ishii?
No. J-Ray with a 5. To be fair, AEW, they've always promoted themselves as a pro wrestling company. AEW tells stories through matches. Soap opera dialogue is second. Bullshit. It's not working. Stop giving me excuses, okay? It's not working. Oh, JD and Righteous Reg. You want Righteous Reg on the show? He told me to suck a bag of dicks last time I spoke to him. Because I called him out on long AEW pay-per-views that go 7 hours long.
Wait, I haven't seen any of Reg's tweets lately.
Oh, better off.
Block me?
Better off. Everybody knows he's a fucking AEW shill, so who gives a shit? He probably moved to fucking Blue Sky with the rest of them. Yuri Lover with a $5 super chat. Yuda's the type of guy who thinks cheeseburger is a real cheeseburger. Best in the world, Matt with a $10 super chat. Anyone see the Ariel Helwani interview with Matt Cardona? I gained a newfound respect for Mr. Cardona after watching that interview and fully endorse him in the Royal Rumble. Make it happen. Cardona's great. The AEW fan base don't like Cardona because he's too much for them. Reminds them too much of Cody. Took the same road that Cody did. They don't like that. Francis Loop with the $2 super chat. Vince McMahon already did a Royal Rumble in Saudi. No, he didn't. That was the greatest Royal Rumble.
The greatest
That's
Rumble.
not the Royal Rumble. Colin, $5 super chat. What happened to Wardlow? He's at home praying for his release, hoping that Triple H calls him up immediately. Phoenix with a 2. Laughing my ass off. Y'all got to do an AI versus Tony Khan special. Apex with the 199. Ask Grok how it would have booked Punk versus the Elite and Jack Perry. Maybe we'll save that for next week. Francis with a 5. Yes, Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, and Chicago Med are all on NBC. No wonder why nobody in Chicago watches AEW. Chicago would bring AEW 1 million views. Yeah, so would Punk. They fired him for Jack Perry. Havili.
Fired him.
$10 super chat. If Jay Briscoe didn't pass away last year, you see best of 5 matches with FTR, with the last match being Ladders War. What is the possibility of the Lucha Brothers getting back their AEW theme music in WWE? No, they're not getting their AEW theme music. They're not.
That was Mikey's song.
Was it?
The Lucha Brothers theme song, the original Lucha Brothers theme song here?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mikey Ruckus did that song.
You know who they need? They need Jose the Assistant. The Lucha Brothers. Or Penta. Maybe he comes in with Ray Phoenix.
Signed?
Who?
Isn't he still signed with the company?
Jose? No. Jose got fired.
No?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought he was still there.
No. Jose got fired. For whatever reason. Don't know why. Dropbox with a 199. Sephiroth is one of the best antagonists ever. He is. He's probably the best. The best. Clone Force with the 199. IWC is now starting shit with Jay and Jada Parker. Jay Uso? Why?
Oh, I saw
Francis Lou with a $10 super chat. Remember the go-home show on SmackDown Survivor Series 2019 when NXT was involved? Triple H and Shawn Michaels rode the Jeep down the ramp with their roster in black shirts. I miss those type of endings. 2019, I don't want to go back. Robbie with a 199. Do you ever see MJF going to WWE? Oh my God, he's already booked his fucking plane ticket. He's just waiting for the call from Stanford. Yes. This is his last AEW ride.
I could see that for sure.
There are Eminem with a $7 super chat. Grok. For a second, I thought y'all were saying Gronk. Now that Mox retains the title, no surprise. Is Omega next, or it's there is no hope with Cope? No, it's probably Copeland. They're going to Copeland next. Does he win? I don't know. Guys, that's it. That's all we got for you. Hopefully you were entertained. I appreciate everybody that joined us tonight on the AEW stream tonight. Here on Off the Script. Follow me on social media at JD from NY206. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn the bell for notifications. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. We got 1,200 likes. Love to see it. Continue to hit that thumbs up. Follow Jesse as well on X at Chi-Town Smark. Go follow him on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button over there and subscribe to his YouTube channel. Go check out all the other content on the channel that I have here. It's all on the homepage. Leave a comment. You guys know the deal there. And I will be seeing this guy on Friday in Chicago. There you go. Until then, guys, appreciate you. I will see you all live for Friday Night SmackDown on Saturday. Because that's when I'll be flying back home right here on Off the Script.